Speedway Racing in the courtesy property services car going up the back straight, starting out of pole position during heat number 1. 555 Rick Salo racing out of 2. Gavin Fletcher. Is it car number 42? No, looks like Jeff Peacock coming out of the top turns. Our race program certainly saying Gavin Fletcher. Larry Hall 444. Terry Edmondson car 427. Carl Goonshaw 591 and Jeff Peacock 422. Lights turned on. Action time coming down the main straightaway. I tell you what, our race leader should power away down there on turns 1 and 2. Certainly Rick Salo knowing every centre of this lightning-like Archerfield speed bowl. Plenty of passing moves coming out of turns 1 and 2 for the first time. Certainly Carl Goonshaw, one of the most winning and certainly one of the most successful Speedway stars out here at Archerfield, driving the nicely turned down Bridgestone big top tyres. Race the 2 cars, virtually vying for the race lead coming out of the top turn. Whoa, plenty of paint being exchanged. Lucky they're blue cars out there on the Speedway circuit between 552 and the 444 racer of Larry Hall. Certainly Larry Hall, a relatively newcomer to our Sunday afternoon, Saturday. Oh, Larry Hall! Has he run into some drama during this opening heat? Looks like a driver's side rear tyre floating down there on turn number 2. As they say out here at Archerfield Speedway, it's commonly talked about in Speedway circles, action every turn of the wheel. We're seeing just that during this opening heat. Two of the top guns finding it out tooth and nail with the Carl Goonshaw racer and Rick Salo. Larry Hall firing up the car once again on the back straightaway, but certainly our race leader driving away into the distance, the left-hand side of the Dolphin and Cape Time. The laps rapidly running down during this first heat of Australasian Championship Racing. Rick Salo, Carl Goonshaw, who's sitting in third placing going across the start finish line. 552 looks like a late nomination in your Sunday afternoon Archerfield Speedway program. That's how they're running, high, wide and handsome. Certainly Carl Goonshaw getting close to the tail of Rick Salo going up the back straight. Rick Salo throws the motor car sideways on, for that matter, almost making it twice its own width coming out of turn number 4 down the main straight. Rick Salo and Carl Goonshaw. Certainly Carl Goonshaw enjoying this Sunday afternoon style of Speedway racing, almost pumps underneath Rick Salo coming out of turn number 2. Yes, doing so as I speak. Carl Goonshaw certainly getting maximum power out of the Bridgestone big top tyres. Holman Tirana going up the back straight. You could have almost bet from the time the race was flagged away on the main straight that Rick Salo would have actually ran away and hit during the opening heat. As they say in Speedway racing, there's certainly no certainties. A whole new ball game, a whole new complex coming out of heat number 1. Carl Goonshaw looking good coming out of turn number 2. The back straight, the 3-4 turns left to go. Victory in his sights. The opening heat of Australasian Championship Racing. Get your race program by road poise. Jump down the main car. 591 Carl Goonshaw first. Second placing 555 Rick Salo and 552 the blue Tirana. Looks like he's got a host of panel work to do before the opening night out here at Archerfield. Speedway fans, the opening here this afternoon's high-powered Archerfield race program. The winning time on the Dolphin and Cape Timer 2 minutes 19:88. The winning time 2:19.88, and a big round of applause for him, race fans. Winner car 591 Carl Goonshaw first. Triple car 481 Tiger Willis, and the tenacious Tiger going up the back straight. Kev Miller car 627 Barry Slater 418 531 Mark Wally Mick Racer car 579 and 578 Gary Hillhouse, along with a couple of late nominations in the way of Sid Handerside car 671. Some big names. This one should be a thriller. Certainly our 2 Ford Wreckers Redcliffe have certainly picked up the checkered flag many times throughout the current Speedway season. Mark Wally, the dark horse of Archerfield Speedway Racing, along with Tiger Willis. All those questions will be answered after 6 hard, fast, grueling laps of Speedway racing. Watch them power out of turns 1 and 2 going up the back straight. Certainly Tiger Willis is virtually spearing into the distance during the opening 500 or 600 metres of heat number 2 of stock standard Speedway racing, putting on an absolute blinder coming out of turn number 4 down the main straight. Certainly this red back painting car working out treat. Tiger Willis stands on the down pedal down there on turns 1 and 2. Kev Miller in 100% driving in second placing, and back in the third, the Holden Tirana and Mark Wally car 531, followed by those 2 Ford Wreckers Redcliffe Big Racer and Gary Hillhouse. Compared to heat number 1, certainly a very spread out affair going up the back straight. This track once again in sensational shape after all the rain out here during last night. Certainly our pedal managers to do good, and also Peter Wetner once again have excelled themselves in the track preparation department. No doubt these drivers enjoying this absolutely billiard table type of Speedway racing during this afternoon show. Tiger Willis How far is he going to win? Heat number 2 coming across the start-finish line as I speak. Second placing, riding the high line, coming out of turn number 4, the 627 racer of Ken Miller, and back in the third, closing the gap between second and third, the big man of Speedway Racing, Mark Wally, car 531, certainly big race as usual, Mr. Excitement along with Gary Hillhouse, and Sid Handerside, Tiger Willis, to say he's not looking good for the Australasian Championship decider later on during this afternoon's program and be an understatement across the start-finish line. The red-back pavement, tell you what, he might have been bitten by a red-back the way he's driving down there on turn number 2. Tiger Willis not saying for one note. We haven't seen some brilliant Speedway drives coming from Tiger Willis, but certainly none better than what we're seeing during heat number 2 during the Australasian Championship for 96-97. The white flag this time across the start-finish line. You may as well look at the checker flag. There's no one within striking distance of Tiger Willis working a little hold on Tirana hard coming out of the bottom turns. Kev Miller and Mark Wally running in second and third placing. Speedy Racer car 579 and Sid Handerside rounding out the first 4-5 during heat number 2 of stock standard Speedway Racing. Here he comes, Speedway fans. The victor, one hell of a win, one hell of a drive. Tiger Willis, car 534 first. Kev Miller, car 627 for second, and officially third. We go to the 531 Holden Tirana of Mark Wally. All our Speedway fans filling out your special Sunday afternoon Archerfield race program. The placings during event number 2, Australasian Championship racing at its best. Race victor, Tiger Willis, car 534 first. For second, Kev Miller, car 627, and officially third, going to Mark Wally, car 531. The winning time on the Albion and Cape timer, 10 seconds quicker than what we've seen during heat number 1. The winning time, 2:09.5. Sid Handerside, David Slater, and Larry Hall. What time is it? 32. 32 and a half. 30. Close enough, Lorraine. Close enough. Okay, let's go racing. Speedway fans, Sid Handerside, David Slater, and Jeff Peacock. 4 fired up stars and cars coming out of turns 1 and 2 for the first time. I'll say Jeff Peacock's well until he fired up, driving away from Sid Handerside, and in turn, David Slater, car 418. Larry Hall, and Sid Handerside, you wouldn't believe. Only 4 cars out there trackside running into so much drama during the rear shuffle. Terrible, eh? Terrible. Do we have to have this? Oh, I see. Jeff Peacock, Sid Handerside, and Larry Hall. What else can I say? This race, these 3 cars reel off 3 laps of Speedway Racing coming out of the 1-2 turns. Or can we see a passing move between Sid Handerside, car 671, and Larry Hall in 444. They're certainly running high up there on the top turns. Jeff Peacock is getting plenty of power on the ground and making sure he's keeping that 422 Ford Wreckers Redcliffe car in the race lead going up the back straight. Sid Handerside and Larry Hall going for a shortcut down there on turn number 2. White flag this time round. I'd say Jeff Peacock in no danger of defeat driving car 422. Knows every centimetre of this Archerfield play palace, whether it be a Saturday night, Friday night or Sunday afternoon out here at Archerfield. Jeff Peacock and Sid Handerside, the 1-2 combination working the back straight. Checkered flag, race win, Jeff Peacock, portable to first, second placing, 671, Sid Handerside, Larry Hall, 444, officially third. Your 3-lap time on the Albion and Cape timer, 1 minute 18. Speedway fans, 1 minute 18. Can it be Carl Goonsroff, Mark Wally, Tiger Willis, Terry Atkinson, Bayside Car Care, car 427. Kev Miller 627, the big boy of Speedway Racing. Certainly a big job ahead. 555, Rick Salo. Can he possibly come through the field there on the 3-4 turns? A start moments away. Green flag at the ready. We go racing down the main straight. Tiger Willis from Tiger Willis, red back painting. Have a look at Rick Salo. He's certainly got plenty of fun, plenty of go power in the Centura coming out of the 1-2 turn. But tell you what, there's a virtual. Oh, Kenny Miller and guard off 5-2. The Ken Miller car being pumped onto the infield as I speak. Later cars fanning out, coming out of turn number 4 down the lane. Oh! Have a look at double 5-2. Talk about a wild ride. Oh! the motor car up to the concrete wall, down to the pole line, using up every centimetre of the Archerfield Speedway circuit. The question mark is, can he keep the car in a straight line going across the start finish line? The same as I'm hard at work at the wheel would be an understatement. I think I would be too. Smoke billowing out of the race car, the boot flapping in the breeze going up the back straight. The race leader, well, we can say this much, he's doing everything right. Tiger Willis, Carl Goodruff and Rick Saylor, that car to that car, wheel to wheel, coming out of the 3-4 turns. Once again, the two explainers of plain racing, Carl Goodruff and Ricky Saylor, how to do it with no efforts. Water or fuel pouring out of the rear of car 552 going up the back straight. Rick Saylor saying to himself, where the hell will I go? The inside or the outside coming down the main straight. Well, he's certainly putting plenty of excitement into the race. We can say that much, giving Rick Saylor a nice old touch-up outside the Darwin and Cape Timer. Tiger Willis, 1 lap to go on the start-finish line. Certainly putting up one top drive, the second placing back in the third. Mark Wally, car 531, looks like the black flag being displayed this time around the car 552. Rick Saylor possibly saying, I wouldn't be very worried about that. Thank you very much indeed. This afternoon, Star Scratch going to Tiger Willis, car 534 first. Terry Edmondson, 427 for second, and Mark Wally, car 531, officially third. The winning time of the Darwin and Cape Time, 1:58.78. The winners. Also, brand new track time set Speedway fans during the earlier improved production, a new track record to the credit of Shane Hollyman, car 248, Mark Wally, Terry Edmondson, car 427, Ken Miller, car 627, Mickey Razor, 579. Can Rick Saylor do it? 555, or can it be Tiger Willis? Can it be Carl Goodruff? Chances galore. Larry Hall, certainly a big job ahead in 444. All 4-cylinder drivers, to your cars immediately, please. A very, very important call for all 4-cylinder drivers. To your cars immediately, please. Why? There's another 5 races. Is D2 cancelled? Is the compact feature cancelled? Okay, are you ready, Speedway fans? Stock standard, Australasian, Archerfield Speedway Racing, Mark Wally. And Terry Edmondson, front row down the main straight. As they take off down there on turns 1 and 2 like men possess. Going to be Carl Goodruff, certainly nature's gem. Oh, the level 5-2 car sideways on. How many hit, how many miss? Unfortunately, Ken Miller involved quite heavily in car 627 to see Mickey Racer reversing the Ford Wreckers Redcliffe car 579 away from this able car down there on turns 1 and 2. One of the worst ways possible to start our stock standard Australasian Championship race. Rick Saylor, without any fear of contradiction, one of the quiet achievers of Speedway racing, our 96 champion. Yellow flag still being displayed coming down the main straight to say these guys are anxious to go racing would be an understatement. Left. Larry Hall, 444 going up the back straight. What's it this time, Holden or Ford?
Forward.
Ford this time too.
He's in the Ford and you get your salad.
It's a Centura, isn't it? Did I get that right? Okay, let's go racing. That certainly puts Big Rick Saylor up 2 or 3 places. The restart, the unlucky demise of car 552 down there on the bottom turns. Hello, Kev. Oh, have a look at the hand-aside racer up the concrete wall, completely riding the concrete wall down there on turns 1 and 2. I must say this is the first time out here at Archerfield I've ever seen Archerfield Speedway Sedan actually ride the concrete wall and bounce back to terra firma. That's exactly what we've seen down there on the bottom turns from Sid Handaside, car 671, no doubt the tyre marks or the panels telling that story down there on the bottom turns. Terry Edmondson, Mark Wally, row number 1, Trevor Mesa, Rick Saylor, Jeff Peacock, Tiger Willis, Carl Goodruff, Kev Miller, and Barry Slater. A start moments away. Stand by, Speedway fans. We go racing. The stock standard. Championship line. Down there on turns 1 and 2, certainly Jeff Peacock getting plenty of power to the ground in car 422. Worst start this time round for Rick Saylor. What's gone wrong down there on turn number 2? Tiger Willis running wheel to wheel, side by side with the 579 car of Mick Racer at Tapalo. Oh, Terry Hittenson running high, wide and handsome. The 3-4 turns. Do these guys mean business? Have a look at the Tiger Willis car. He's playing the ham and the sandwich roll, the pickles, the tomato sauce, the whole box of dice going up the back straight. Terry Hittenson certainly squeezed the racing room in car 427. Oh, Mark Wally. Oh, thank you very much indeed. We have got to have a yellow light being turned on trackside without any shadow of doubt. Mark Wally being absolutely punted out of the race lead up there on turn number 4. Unfortunately, looks like Rick Saylor as he got major mechanical problems with this motor car without any fear of contradiction. One of our most reliable Speedway cars out here at the Astrodome. What's the starting grid? Hello? Racer, black flag, car 579 as he well and truly fired up in this Ford Wreckers Redcliffe. Wow! Whoa! Tiger Willis sitting down on the front row, car 534. Mark Wally, Jeff Peacock, the field dwindling away considerably, only 7 cars on the start-finish line. Tiger Willis moving away as I speak. Jeff Peacock, car 422. Most important call, please. All 4-cylinder drivers to your cars immediately, please.
No, hey, the ones that please, you might have 24 stars, wouldn't you?
No, you come in, let's go. What's the update? Okay, let's go racing. Certainly Rick Saylor watching the proceedings from the side of the Speedway circuit coming out of the 3-4 turn down the main straight. Mark Wally, Terry Hittenson and Jeff Peacock. How close do you go, Carl Goonshoff? I must say also the same words for Carl Goonshoff as I said to Ricky Saylor earlier on. I'm most surprised to see Carl Goonshoff so far out of contention going up the back straight. Oh, Jeff Peacock this time round. Onto the infield, back onto the Speedway circuit, coming down the main straight. Terry Hittenson putting on the drive a lifetime, past an Albion and Cape Timer, second placing Mark Wally, car 531. Oh, this time round, Jeff Peacock and Tiger Willis to say John Corral is not working overtime during this afternoon's Speedway races. Yellow lights being displayed out there at this point in time. We'll have Barry Slater winning the Australasian Championship in a couple of moments' time. How many more restarts? How many more yellow lights? That's the question I'm asking up here in our race headquarters to try and find first, second and third during this stock standard Australasian Championship race. I didn't know they had a sheep station up for grabs. Terry Hittenson, Mark Wally, the little Holland Tirana, doing everything asked of it in second place. Jeff Peacock, 422. To add to his ways, Tiger Willis also requiring assistance from one of our 4-wheel drive push vehicles in the top turns. Terry Hittenson, Mark Wally, Tiger Willis, Kev Miller, and Carl Goonshoff. I'll tell you what, this feature race is far from over already. Tiger Willis climbing underneath Mark Wally, coming out of the 3-4 turns down the main straight there, side by side, going across the start finish line. Big Mark Wally the outside, the inside, Tiger Willis, car 534, a big one down there on turns 1 and 2, coming from Kev Miller, car 627. The Tiger Willis car overheating badly, going past the Albion and Cape Timer. The steam billowing out of the Tiger Willis redback painting car on the main straightaway. This will certainly allow both Mark Wally and Carl Goonshoff to fill a major placing during this afternoon's Australasian Champ. Oh, Kev Miller. He's decided to have a bird's eye view of the concrete wall down there on turns 1 and 2. Isn't Terry Hittenson putting in the absolute drive of a lifetime, the Bayside Car Care racer on the main straight. Terry Atkinson saying every time I get what could be a winning break, I'm confronted by red lights at some point around the Archerfield Speedway circuit. Jeff Peacock certainly a lot of work to do in car 422. 627. Okay, can we complete these last 11 laps without any more drama? Terry Atkinson coming wide out of turn number 4 down the main straight. But certainly down the heading problem with the Tiger Willis. Car 534 certainly wouldn't assist Tiger Willis during his quest for victory in Australasian Championship racing. Once again, a big run going up the back straight from Mark Wally. Car 531, both Jeff Peacock and Carl Goontroff. And they closing quickly coming out of the top turns. Carl Goontroff on the pole line. Down the outside, Jeff Peacock. Peacock saying, well, look, there's no room between Tiger Willis, Mark Wally, and Carl Goontroff. There's only one way to go. Well, look, this 422 racer round the outside. Tiger Willis certainly running out of go power outside the Melbourne and Cape Timer. Obviously, the overheating problem has certainly stopped the progress of car 534. Terry Atkinson, without any fear of contradiction, putting in the race of a lifetime in the 427 Maycare Bayside Car Care Racer. Jeff Peacock, Carl Goontroff, and Mark Wally. Only 4 competitive cars from this big earlier starting field coming down the main straight. Kev Miller just going over to Tiger Willis saying what the hell's gone wrong in car 534. Terry Atkinson all set for his first major Archerfield Speedway victory in this 427 car. Jeff Peacock, 422, still in second placing, back into third. The Bridgestone big top tyres. Carl Goontroff certainly having one last lunge or one big lunge. And Jeff Peacock deciding to loop the 422 racer. How much more can go wrong, Speedway fans? During the Australasian Stock Standard Championship, there's that much gone wrong. You'd really have to see it to believe it. The Slater car pulling onto the infield, steam billowing out of the main department of car 418 at this point in time. Steam also in the front radiator department of the Carl Goontroff car 591. Terry Atkinson looks like being the only racer with no problems out there at this point in time. The car whisper quiet sitting down there on the start finish line. Okay. Laps remaining out of one of our longest Sunday afternoon Speedway races out there at the moment. Jeff Peacock certainly working overtime in car 422. Can he increase? Certainly hasn't been a happy afternoon for the Ford Regis Redcliffe car 422. Now about to go underneath Mark Wally going up the back straight, claiming third placing going past the Melbourne and Cape Timer. Hello, looks like Mickey Razor out of the infield, back onto the Speedway circuit. Oh, Holden, Tirana, Ford Cortina. Being exchanged every turn of the wheel. Coming out of the bottom turns, Terry Atkinson and Carl Goontroff. Certainly a 2-car war well and she'll be raging up front. Terry Atkinson doing everything right. I tell you what, it's not a relaxed Terry Atkinson. He's hard at work at the wheel on car 427. Carl Goontroff, Jeff Peacock, Mark Wally and Mick Racer. Certainly this line would like to find some added horsepower. The black flag going out for Mick Racer working down the main straight. These whisper quiet stock standards coming out of the 3-4 turns. A handful of laps remaining for Terry Atkinson car 427. 197, Carl Guntroff has certainly picked up many Speedway victories in a long racing career. Car 591, Jeff Peacock sitting back in third placing. Hasn't been a happy day for the Ford Regas Redcliffe car 422, having won a last lunge, one last try, the white flag. Already on the start finish line, Terry Hittonson don't do anything wrong down there on turns 1 and 2. He's got the Australasian Championship at his mercy going up the back straight. Carl Guntroff in second, and Jeff Peacock, car 422. This is how they're going to finish for second and third. There's the entire field come out of the 3-4 turns. Jeff Peacock won a last lunge, race win. Terry Hittonson, 427 for second placing, going to Carl Guntroff, car 591, and officially third, the hapless Jeff Peacock in car 422. Speedway fans, 6 laps on the Melbourne and Cape timer, 1 minute 57.73. Your 6-lap time, 1:57.73. Terry Hittonson, his first major victory out here at Archerfield. Terry, congratulations on us all here at the Astrodome. Second placing, going to the Holden Triana, Carl Guntroff, car 591 second, and finishing in third, 422 of Jeff Peacock. Speedway fans, first, second and thirds, and delighted Speedway fans on the main straight, saying congratulations, Terry, you've finally cracked the big one. The Australasian champion, the victor, Terry Hittonson, car 427 first, 591, Carl Guntroff second, and officially third, 422 of Jeff Peacock. So Jared McCracken, 2 non-starters, 2 obviously out-of-town drivers during event number 3 in the improved production Australasian Championship. Don't forget our official practice night for all divisions out here at Archerfield Speedway, Saturday night, August 16. So all our Speedway followers, all our drivers, don't forget to jot that down in your diary. Saturday night, August 16, the official 97-98 Archerfield Speedway practice. Oh, football. Got him right on. Got him right on. Start moments away, green flag, white as I speak, event number 3, going to be a Dave Marshall, and with the Laughing Downs, race car 129, Roger Hanneman down there on turns 1 and 2. Hello, one of the shame of Speedway racing to see George Twin putting the motor car to the side of the Speedway circuit as I speak. One of the most reliable and certainly Mr. Excitement of Speedway racing out here at Archerfield International Raceway. This Mario paves away for a brilliant drive coming from Dave Marshall, car 198. Throws this motor car around in abandoned fashion coming out of the top turns down the main straight. Second placing, the 129 car, the Darling Downs racer of Roger Hanneman down there on turn number 2. Certainly a lightning-like move coming from Stephen Conway, 111, the boy that's selling the motor car hopefully during this afternoon show. Any further details regarding 111, just have a talk to Steve Conway in the Archerfield area, very, very spread out field of the unlucky demise of Georgie Twin, car 128. I'd say something must have been wrong on a big wave, actually, as soon as the green flag was waved coming down the main straight. The 128 car pulling onto the side of the Speedway circuit, the right-hand side of the start-finish line. Have a look at Dave Marshall. Wouldn't it be a confident Dave Marshall driving car 198? A power drive going across the start-finish line during heat number 1 of improved production sedan car racing. Almost the entire length of the main straight separating Dave Marshall and the second place Darling Downs car 128 of Roger Hanneman back into third. Stephen Conway, 111, and Kenny Samway bringing up our 4 contenders out there trackside. Unfortunately, car 131 a long way out of contention. The Alan Hopton car going across the start-finish line. Dave Marshall, he knows he's got 2 particularly quick racers sitting in second and third placing. The 129 car of Roger Hanneman, and certainly one of Archerfield's top guns in the way of Stephen Conway in 111 centimetres separating second and third this time round. Going up the back straight, my forecast, we should see a passing move very shortly between Roger Hanneman and Stephen Conway. A passing move being executed across the start-finish line between the lap car of Alan Hopton and the race leader Dave Marshall. Certainly Roger Hanneman virtually hanging by a rear bumper down there on the bottom turns. But have a look at Dave Marshall, certainly the right tonic the man needed for a brand new Speedway season, commencing out here at Archerfield International Raceway, Saturday night, August 23rd, down to the checkered flag, the start-finish line. Heat number 1, race win, car 198, Dave Marshall first. Second Second placing, Roger Hanneman, car 129, and officially third, going to 111 of Steve Conway. Speedway fans, a beauty in the improved production division, but certainly light on us. Tearaway drive to victory, car 198, Dave Marshall first. Second placing, going to 129 from the Darling Downs, Roger Hanneman, and finishing in third, 111 of Steve Conway. The winner's time on the Valvian and Cape Timer at 2:12.48. The winning Speedway pace car here at Archerfield International Raceway. Shane Honeyman, Robert Rowe. Row number 2, Adrian Stott, 123.197. Jason Marshall, Gavin Fletcher, and Scott Law. That important late edition driving car 211. I must admit, the first time I've had the pleasure of using the name Scott Law here at Archerfield International Speedway. 6 cars ready to go racing. Green flag waving in the breeze. Signalling action time down there on turns 1 and 2. Certainly Robert Rowe take off like a man possessed in car number 19. Have a look at Gavin Fletcher as this car got run to burn down there on turn number 2. Through on the inside of 1-2 cars going up the back straight away. Certainly the big squeeze. Jason Marshall coming off the worst for wear in car 197. Have we got a high-powered event going across the start finish line and charges. Gavin Fletcher looks for an inside and outside passing move on Shane Hyman coming out of turn number 2. Scott Law certainly putting in one hell of a drive in car 211. Whether Scott Law is a brand new Archerfield Speedway competitor or an out-of-town driver, we'll try and find that out during this afternoon show, but I must say I'm quite impressed at this point in time from the drive coming from Scott Law in car 211. Scotty Law and Gavin Fletcher, two motor cars virtually side by side, coming out of turns 1 and 2 while there's action every turn of the wheel further back on the pack. Our race leader, well on Chile, going away as he powers past the Albion and Cape Timer. Has Gavin Fletcher got a problem? Yes, unfortunately, putting the number 4-2 car onto the infield there on the top 10, as I was about to say. Two of our top Sunday afternoon Speedway stars. Firstly, George Quinn, car 128, and in third, Gavin Fletcher, car number 4-2. Both of them two of the top guns of Archerfield Speedway Racing, taking no further part during the qualifying heats. This has certainly paved the way for one hell of a race victory about to happen for the Australian champion coming out of the top turns down the main straight. Robert Rowe, the Red Devil Radiators and Speedway Performance Centre looking exceptionally clean. Car number 19, second placing Scott Law, car 211, and back into third the Ford Rickers Redcliffe, 3 motor cars sponsored by Ford Rickers Redcliffe. Car 123 of Adrian Stott, certainly one of the most disappointed guys I've seen in Speedway racing for a hell of a long time. Out here 2-3 Saturday nights ago during the Australian Championship. One of the hardest charges we all know in Speedway circles, Mr. Thrills himself in car 123, but it looks like heat number 2. It's all about to happen, going up the back straight for the last time. Throws this Red Devil Radiator sideways on an all-time high coming down the main straight. One hell of a way to finish off the Speedway season, the Australian champion, and looking straight down the gun barrel of the Australasian Championship during this afternoon Speedway racing. Booking out the race winner, Robert Rowe, car number 19, second placing Scott Law, 211, and into third, car 123 of Adrian Stott. Speedway fans placings during event number 4. The Piranha. Well, I didn't know. 4 laps. Right, I will next time round. 3 laps going up, 3 cars going up the back straight away during the pole shuffle for the Australasian Championship. A rather thin field, Georgie Quinn, car 128, Shane Holliman 248. We got 131 of Alan Hobden. 3 cars, 4 laps coming out of the top turns. This one should be an easy drive to victory. Oh, Shane Honeyman up below the left-hand side of the 131 car. Already fireworks, only 3 cars out there on the Speedway circuit. Well, a lightning-like start from the Dave Weatherall Smash the Bears. Car 128 of George Twin. I tell you what, the side riding, the rainbow, the colour scheme on these Dave Weatherall sponsored races. Certainly some beautiful cars out there on the Speedway circuit. We'll only see Michael G in the Australia one leader sprint car during our brand new Speedway season. Also, of course, George Twin and this all conquering improved production coming out of turn number 4. I tell you what, is George giving them a driving lesson going down the main straight. He's well and truly fired up the last 2 Speedway nights out here at Archerfield. Certainly haven't been happy times for George Twin in the 128 racer, but no doubt during this afternoon's interval break we'll present George Twin and all the rest of our superstars in the Archerfield Speedway division with some beautiful trophies for the end of season point score honours. The pole shuffle going to car 128, George Twin first, Shane Hollyman, 248 for second as car 131 finished. Just coming out of turn number 4 as I speak. Alan Hobden, the placing Speedway fans, 4 laps on the Melbourne and Cape timer. 56.97 race time, race win. The day Weatherall Smash Bears, car 128. Mr. Speedway himself, George Twin first. Second going to Shane Hollyman, 248. And Alan Hobden, car 131 in for third. That does scratch the big guns, the exact field, the exact cast of what we'll see later on during this afternoon's show in the feature race to decide first, second and third. Can it be Australian Championship? Can it be the Australasian Championship for Robert Rowe in car 119 sitting in the second row going up the back straight? Can it be Scott Law, Adrian Stott? Possibly the only championship he hasn't won in his long list of Speedway credentials. The Ford Wreckers Redcliffe, car 123, start moments away. Dave Marshall, Jason Marshall. They see the pace tempo down there on turns 1 and 2. It'll be no surprise to see the father and son combination virtually go side by side for the entire 6 laps during a start scratch work in the back straight away. Blasting out of the pack, the 1-2-3 race from Adrian Stott and also Robin Ray, the Darling Downs car. I tell you what, there's plenty of competitors out on the 3-4 turns. The concrete wall coming out of turn number 4 down the main straight, the Roger Hanneman car. He certainly found some very, very fast Archerfield Speedway Sedans at number 21. Have a look at those Speedway fans. Champagne racing as usual for the improved production. Young Jason Marshall, a second generation driver, sets the pace, sets the tempo. Father David in second placing, trying to contain the all-conquering 1-2-3 race of Adrian Stott back at the 4th placing, the Australian champion Robert Rowe. And Scott Law, I must say Scott Law, one of the surprises of our Australasian Championship. The first time I had the pleasure of using the name Scott Law here at Archerfield. The black and white leader by name Scott Dorada. Coming out of the top 10, but going to be Jason Marshall for 6 sizzling Speedway laps. With our start scratch, Jason Marshall, Dave Marshall, Adrian Stott. Adrian Stott certainly closing quickly, coming out of turn number 4 down the main straight with Jason Marshall. The laps rapidly running down. The combination 1-2, certainly Jason Marshall. Hard at work at the wheel, going up the back straight. Dave Marshall now the big chance coming for Adrian Stott's car 123 about to close in. The track getting rather slick up there on the 3-4 turns. Jason Marshall, Dave Marshall and Adrian Stott. There's not much more we can add. Can they finish the way they started on the main straight? Certainly Dave Marshall covering his sun strengths beautifully coming out of the 3-4 turns. A passing move, no, they're slowing down. Certainly leading tactics on the main straight, but Speedway fans, a star scratch, car 197, Jason Marshall first, Father Dad, car 198, Dave Marshall second, and finishing in third, the 1-2-3 racer of Adrian Stott. Speedway fans, put your hands together, a beauty in the Speedway division from the Improved Productions. Give them a big round of applause trackside. These guys certainly deserve it. First placing going to Jason Marshall, second Dave Marshall, and officially third Adrian Stott, car 123. The winner's time on the Melbourne and Cape timer, only 3 seconds outside the George Twin time, 1 minute 53.86. Car 129, Ken Samway 121. The Australian champion Robert Rowe, 019. Dave Marshall 198. His son Jason 197. Adrian Stott, car 123. Stephen Conway, 111. Just checking that late nomination for car 211 down there on turns 1 and 2. Scott Law, all our Speedway fans filling out your race program. Shane Hollyman, 248. Alan Hobden, car 131, and Stephen Conway to make a car up for sale, but certainly a big job ahead. But all our regular Speedway fans would no doubt agree. One hell of a race driver, and not to be denied a major placing during the Australasian Championship. Our Weatherall pace car pulling off the Speedway circuit, signifying a start moments away. Speedway fans, white knuckle time. Do we go racing? Out of turn number 4, down the lane, Dave Marshall. Wow, through on the infield, disposing of 1-2 cars. Oh, Jason Marshall, Dave Marshall. Mudguard to mudguard down there on turns 1 and 2 for these guys. Mean business. Adrian Stott powers through on the inside in car 123, George Twin. And this Weatherall Smash Bears racer running in 4th place. At this point in time, the Roger Hanneman Darling Downs racer dictating the pace, dictating the tempo. Come on, George Twin, Kenny Samway. Oh, drama summertime sensations unfolding on the back straight. Would you believe the father and son combination, Dave Marshall and Jason Marshall, the two motor cars straight into the driver's side of the Ken Samway car 121. All I can say is I'm sincerely hoping that the Marshall family and Kenny Samway quite okay in car 121. Decision time here at this moment. Robert Rowe unfortunately stopping the left-hand side of the Albion and Cape Time. I guess when I say the left-hand side, depends where you as Speedway fans are sitting out here at the Astrodome.
They're halfway through the racing lap. I don't know what happened to him, but if there was a cause of that, we want to...
Just wondering why we're not seeing one of the Marshall cars reversing off the Ken Samway racer. I sincerely hope that Ken Samway and the race car are quite okay and can restart. Without doubt, one of the nicest guys in Speedway racing. Looks like Jason Marshall, 197, quite okay. A question mark, still a black flag being shown at George Twin. I think that might have been a little bit, well, that's only my opinion. But I do believe that could have been quite a tough decision. He's a very, very popular Speedway star out here at Archerfield International Raceway. Dave Marshall or Jason Marshall also joining the infield brigade. Robert Rowe. Just wondering what the fate for Robert Rowe, Dave Marshall. Dave Marshall moving away as I speak. But I think it's Roger Hanneman, car 129. Adrian Stott. Running in second placing, Kenny Samway, quite okay, the 121 racer. The man with his name in the Guinness Book of Records. Hello, David Marshall. Problems on the back straight. Just talking to Mick Reed from Mick Reed Speedway Spares over the pit gate. Ask Dougie to ask Mick that I want to know is he stewarding quick. Oh, but not, yeah. Are you ready, Speedway fans? Plenty of laps remaining during the Australasian Championship. The improved production out of turn number 4 down the main straight. Green flag at the ready. We go racing, a whole new ball game, a whole new complex. How tight do you go? How close do you go? The Darling Downs racer and Kenny Samway, wheel to wheel, mudguard to mudguard, coming out of turn number 2, going on the back straight. A lightning-like move from Shane Holliman, car 248. The same can be said for the Australian champion. Robert Rowe dives underneath 1, 2 cars. The Charlton racer, Roger Hanneman, putting on the race of a lifetime in this Holden Tirana, car number 69. If you can keep pace with the likes of Shane Holliman, Robert Rowe and Kenny Samway, he's putting on a fire-packed Sunday afternoon Speedway drive. Unfortunately, drifting wide, coming out of turn number 4, almost allowing Robert Rowe underneath the Darling Downs racer going across the start-finish line. Wouldn't he dearly be able to love this, this Holden Tirana down on the pole line? The challenges certainly coming thick and fast. On turns 1 and 2, first in the Adrian Stock Ford Breakers Redcliffe car 123. There's virtually that much happening trackside. It's hard to say all the words up here in our race headquarters. Now Dave Marshall certainly coming on like the gangbusters, car 198. The Darling Downs car going from 2nd to 4th placing, coming out of the 1-2 turns on the back straight. Dave Marshall trying to dive the 198 car underneath the Darling Downs race on the 3-4 turns. A rather quiet drive for Stephen Conway, 111. Doing everything right in car 248 down there on turns 1 and 2. Robert Rowe in second place. It hasn't been a happy Australasian Championship for Ken Samway. Pulling the 1-2-1 car, one of the infield. 3 motor cars. You first got a tally has cigarette paper over the 3 cars coming out of the top turn. Shane Holliman dictating the pace, dictating the tempo down there on turns 1 and 2. Robert Rowe and Adrian Stott. Mudguard to mudguard, wheel to wheel, going up the back straight. This would certainly be some consolation to Adrian Stott if he can take out this Australasian Championship without any fear of contradiction. One of the very unlucky runners during the Australian Championship 7 nights ago. There's a hole underneath the Shane Holliman car down there on turns 1 and 2. Can he possibly dive through for 1 moment? Adrian Stott losing 1 or 2 placings down there on turns 1 and 2. The boot flapping in the breeze. The question mark being asked here in our race headquarters. How long can the boot stay on the rear? Shane Holliman, Adrian Stott, Robert Rowe, Dave Marshall in this 198 car and some very peculiar angles at various times going up the back straight. The race race leader, 248 Shane Honeyman, about to dispose of the lap 131 car going across the start finish line on London. Adrian Stott quickly following through in car 123. I don't think there's much more game power. I'd say he's flat to the boards. The Australian champion, Robert Rowe, come all for one moment. Robert Rowe, yes, he's got major mechanical problems on the back straight. The motor car virtually slowing to a walk coming out of the 3-4 turns. Where's the Darling Downs race for Holden Tirana? Certainly a long way of contention. Roger Henneman, car 129. Rear body panels also falling off the Holden Tirana coming down the main straight. This two-car war. This is where the excitement, where the interest is certainly centred during this afternoon's Australasian Championship between Shane Honeyman, car 248, and the 1-2-3 racer of Adrian Stott, still wheel to wheel, mudguard to mudguard, working the back straight. Major problems for Dave Marshall, pulling car 198 onto the infield. He's 2-1 third. 2-1 the Scott Law car. I tell you what, hasn't this been run a hell of a drive for Scott Law in car 2-1, sitting in third placing, going across the start finish line in fourth placing. 1-1 Stephen Conway, still that two-car war raging going up the back straight. Is there room this time coming out of turn number 4 for Adrian Stott to die and lead the Shane Honeyman racer? Talk about two cars, two race drivers, very evenly set in their driving ways. Also in the power department, working past Australasian and Cape Timer. Rapidly running down 2 laps remaining. If Adrian Stott intends to do something, he'll want to move and move quickly, but I'd say knowing Adrian, he's back to the board to that Ford Wreckers Redcliffe car going up the back straight. Shane Honeyman just giving the car one last lunge. We have a call, please, to Bill Good to answer your two-way, please, Bill. A call for Bill Good to answer your two-way. Thanks, Bill. Adrian Stott, Shane Honeyman, Speedway fans, already the white flag being displayed down the main straight. The back straight away, Shane Honeyman and Adrian Stott. What can he do coming out of the top turns for the last time? The Australasian champion, car 248, Shane Honeyman for second placing. 1, 2, 3, Adrian Stott. Oh, who's going to finish in third? Can it be Stephen Conway? Yes, it is. 1-1, Stephen Conway. Speedway fans, come on, put your hands together for him. Shane Honeyman, car 248 first, second placing. Adrian Stott, keep the applause going. And 1-1, Stephen Conway, officially third. The winner's time on the Australasian and Cape Timer. Oh, have a look at the Scott Law car outside the Australasian and Cape Timer. What a very, very hot race of it, certainly all of us. Hey, Fletcher drove that. Fletcher drove Hollywood. Shane Honeyman, car 248 first, 1, 2, 3. Adrian Stott for second at 1-1. Steve Conway officially third. The winner's time on the Australasian and Cape Timer, 4:53.2. The winner. This one won't be a thrill, it would be an understatement. 3 heats of 4-cylinder rocket racing during the Australasian Championship for 96-97. Our first heat about to run to the green flag coming out of the 3-4 turns. Going to be a front row winner in the way of Dale Crowther, car 878, or Matt Spalding, car 895. The big guns sitting back in rows 2 and 3 as they come down the main straight to start moments away. Event number 6, Sunday afternoon, Speedway racing. Oh, beautiful inside passing move. Certainly the cars fanning out coming out of the 1-2 turn. Johnny Schwabrook disposing of 1-2 cars going down the main straight. The pace an absolute cracker past the Australasian and Cape Timer. Don't they look good? Look at Rossi Ford riding the high line as usual, using every centre of this lightning-like Sunday afternoon speed bowl. Archerfield International Speedway. Johnny Schwabrook certainly for on the pedal. Car 878, second placing. About to make a passing move coming out of turns 1 and 2. The 895 racer of Matt Spalding going up the back straight. A big move as usual. I've already mentioned from Ross Ford, car 738. I'm most surprised to see the 888 racer of Johnny Schwabrook sitting in 4th placing. I would have thought by now we would have seen John Schwabrook virtually vying for the race lead across the start finish line. Action every turn of the wheel, as they say in Archerfield Speedway racing, one of the most exciting circuits on the eastern seaboard of Australia, and no doubt the 4 cylinders certainly playing a big part in the excitement side of Archerfield Speedway racing. Matt Spalding looking good coming out of the 3-4 turns, and for how long? The old fox of Speedway racing, the wily old fox, I should say, to make it complete. Talking about Ross Ford in second placing, breathing fire and brimstone coming out of turn number 2, virtually a 2-car war going up the back straight. Oh, Matt Spalding trying out the strength of the concrete wall. Rossford saying, yes, I was sitting back in second placing, just hoping something may go wrong up there in the leading division. Doing so as I speak, a whole new ball game, a whole new complex. Coming over, number one, the four-cylinder rocket racing, certainly. Rossford pouring on the power down there on turn number 2 for one moment, just seeing that big right foot off the loud pedal, allowing Matt Spaulding and also Robbie Crater to catch up, going up the back straight. Dale Crater, I should say. Dale Crater, car rate 78, and also the Triple Eight race. We've got problems coming out of turn number 4. Has it jumped out of gear, or is it a motor problem with Rossford? There's the slowing or walk up there on turn number 4, allowing those three hard charges. Sitting back in second, third, and fourth placing. Is there room between Dale Crater and Johnny Schwarbrook working the back straight away? No doubt Johnny Schwarbrook would love to get this Redcliffe and JMS Automotive Spares car to win a third placing. Can he pick up third spot coming out of the top turns, representing the checkered flag down the main straight? Race win, Rossford, car 738 first, second placing. To Matt Spaulding, car 895, and officially third, Dale Crater, 878. Speedway fans, the placings during event number 6, four-cylinder rocket racing. 2 more heats, brimful of excitement, still to go for the qualifying heats during this afternoon's championship meeting. Coming out of turn number 2, it's ages since we've seen a mini doing battle out here at Archerfield. Maybe 6, 7 seasons since we've seen a very, very competitive mini in action. Can those words be used this afternoon, or the word competitive anyhow, for Tony Buttigieg going up the back straight? Certainly. What's that for me? To call it out. How's he going to hear it, love? We have a call, please, for David Biddle to see Frank Wallace whenever it's a second medium, please. David Biddle to see Frank Wallace. Hello, one car lands in here, car having major problems down there on turns 1 and 2. Of what we've seen earlier on during this afternoon's Speedway racing with Georgie Twin, car 128, the beautifully turned out with all smash repairs, improved production sedan. I would safely say we shall see our yellow lights and yellow flags being displayed. The car sitting mid-track down there on turns 1 and 2. Some wandering mob coming out of the top turns down the main straight. A whole new ball game, a complete restart during event number 7. Four-cylinder rockets vying for the Australasian Championship heat number 2 for 6 laps. The track record, Jason Dree for 1 minute 56.92. Archerfield Speedway videos, telephone Shane 075 951 747. Four-cylinder rocket racing. Well and truly G'd up, well and truly on the round. Pedal going up the back straight, plenty of passing moves coming past the Darwin and Cape Timer for the first time. Lancey, Robert Baldwin, Todd Herring, Terry White, and David Weston. Have a look at Todd Herring, power away from Dave Herring Dippers. Down the lane, straight away, Todd Herring setting an all-time high, driving the ex-Rossford racer down there on turns 1 and 2. Todd Herring, well and truly G'd up, second placing. Jarmo Jasselinka going past the Darwin and Cape Timer. Certainly our statewide windscreens have been a magnificent sponsor here at Archerfield International Speedway for a hell of a long time. Todd Herring just waving to his fans going across the start finish line. He must realise he has the commanding race lead down there on turns 1 and 2. 725, who's sitting in second placing, plenty of statewide windscreens races. 771. This hasn't been a happy afternoon for David Weston, or for that matter, some of the JMS Automotive cars for the Redcliffe Peninsula. 726 going rather quietly across the start finish line. Talking about Terry White for that matter. Plenty of smoke coming out of the little black racer. 778 going for an all-out drive to try and take second place away from David Weston going up the main straight. Stevie Cochran car 778, certainly a host of new names in four-cylinder rocket racing during our special Sunday afternoon Archerfield Speedway show. The Todd Herring could virtually shut down the 868 racer going up the back straight. Have a look at the margin separating first and second. One of the biggest margins we've seen in any division so far during our Sunday afternoon Speedway racing out here at Archerfield. Also the late edition, Michael Taylor, car 729, coming out of the top turns. Todd Herring, 868, still out of battle racing for second and third placings. The little Mazda, and now Michael Taylor down to join in car 729. Undoubtedly the statewide windscreens car, hanging on by a rear bumper going up the back straight. Can we see a passing move between Michael Taylor, car 729, and the second place 726 of Terry White coming out of the 3-4 turns down the main straight away. Heat win, car 868, Todd Herring first. Second placing 778 going across the start finish line, and officially third, Michael Taylor, car 729. Speedway fans, the placings during event number 7. Race time on the Valvian and Cape Time at 2:11:85. Hey, mate. saying? Mick, I don't know. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Probably the new guy's up, but you don't think of the pop. Hey. Who you with, Mick Barb, or?
Yeah, Barb's over in the van.
And did she come last night too?
Yes.
And home again?
Yes.
Did you go to Sid's this morning? Any good? I see a few sitting there now, Super Sedan 99 and a bit of junk left there. Okay, set pretty to go. Racing Speedway van, seat number 3, 4-cylinder Rocket Racing, down the lane straight. Michael Mason, Ricky Quinn, Lucy Bryant, Kenny Ashes, Dave Herring, Andrew Theo, Rennie Klein, and Blacker Racing, Peter Campbell, car 758, the Michelin Smash Repairs. Oh, Ricky Groom, most unusual indeed to see Ricky Groom facing the wrong direction down there on turns 1 and 2. Certainly the boy putting on the power coming out of the 3-4 turns.
What about the
Speedway spares, that happens every 3 or 4 weeks.
that balcony? That's not going to be up to scratch.
Oh yes, that will be that. I've got to think that is the best. That is the shorts and thongs area.
Oh, regimental gear.
Jeez, I hate it. About 4 shirts in the wardrobe. 3 of them are torn. What'll I wear? Okay, complete restart. We go racing Speedway fans at number 8, the 4-cylinder Rockets. Down the lane straight. Wow, that was a takeoff from car 804 down there on turns 1 and 2. Does Michael Mason, main business, during the Australasian Championship, Peter Campbell, putting it up the line. They're going up the back straight away, disposing of 2-3 cars coming out of turn number 2. The pace, an absolute firecracker out of turn number 4 down the main straight. Ricker Gloom, taking one of going like a race winner, past the Albion and Cape Timer, second placing, Michael Mason, car 804, and back in the third, the 868 car, working the back straight, Prissy Bryan, have a look at Peter Campbell, he tucks in tight, also the 708 car out of Redcliffe Ricking, Kenny Ashurst, this one an absolute real body affair and a 6 rolling Speedway laps of Archerfield during our special Sunday afternoon Speedway show. Have a look at Ricker Gloom since he's picked up this valuable sponsorship from the Acacia Ridge Hotel Motel and the new nightclub is going on the bigger and better things, certainly this afternoon, no exception. Ricker Gloom using up all the Speedway circuit, runs the car sideways on the turns. Second placing Michael Mason, can we see a passing move now? We're going to issue this car through into third placing. This is something we anticipated prior to the start. Kenny Ashurst, without any shadow of doubt, one of our top guns in Speedway racing. Kenny Ashurst, Paragon, pulling on the power, coming down the main straight, but no one can equal the power department and the driving skills of car 737 and Ricker Gloom. And he runs the high line, the low line, in control of this race car every centimetre around this Archerfield speed bowl. Ricker Gloom, Michael Mason and Kenny Ashurst, the white flag across the start-finish line. Ricker Gloom, second placing, Michael Mason, car 804, and back into third, Kenny Ashurst, in car 708, but certainly one more circulation left to go. There's no passing, there's no picking up the flying 737 racer, and Rick Gloom coming out of the 3-4 turns, down the main straight away, checkered flag, flies in the breeze, in number 3, race win, Ricker Gloom, 737 first, second going to 804, Michael Mason, and officially third, Ken Ashurst, in car 708, the winning time, a quick one on the Albion and Cape Timer at 2:04.59. Winners time 2:04.59. Speedway fans official placings during event number 8, the 4-cylinder Rocket Australian Championship. Race win, Rick Gloom, car 737 first, Mike Mason 8:04 for second, 7:08, and Kenny Ashurst officially third. The time for the winner at 2:04.59. Little Corolla going up the back straight. 711 on the pole line. State wide windscreen till we can't pass on a race name. Paul Theo 741, Colin Pollock 725, Michael Mason or Ray Mason coming out of the 3-4 turns. Lance 80 715. This one should be a firecracker. Stand by, Speedway fans. We go racing. Fabulous Gary Skunk and a made a problem in car 812. Smoke building out of the race car down there on turn number 2. Excuse me, almost a perfect jam going up the back straight. 3-4 wide coming out of the top turns. Those little Redcliffe Wreckers racers, JMS Automotive Supplies, every which way but loose on the speedways. A rear tyre coming off the Gary Skunk car. This to Anthony's Rose down the main straight. To say this particular driver has got a hell of a lot of work to do between this afternoon and our first Saturday night out here at Archerfield International Speedway would be an understatement. An awful lot of work in the motor department, also that rear tyre party coming with the race car. Straight one big screens cars, the commanding race lead going up the back straight. Ball Theo putting on one a hell of a drive in car 741. Lane CD 717 sitting in third place. You'd think from that many motor cars out there on the Speedway circuit, they wouldn't be that spread out coming down the main straight. I apologise, I didn't mention Lane CD sitting in third place. That is Glenn Klein, car 717. That's where it's extremely hard indeed with roof numbers up. You know, it's something I talk about a lot out here at the Astrodome, but door numbers have certainly been paramount importance, especially when you've got so many race cars running that yellow and red JMS Automotive Supplies in the North Bay area. But straight right windscreen certainly going right with the job down there on turn number 2. All Theo and Lenny Klein having won a hell of a dice for the second and third placings going up the back straight for Common Batteries and Glen Forest. A rather quiet drive, I say a rather quiet drive. What we've come to expect from Glen Forest. Dice further back on the back, checker flag across the start finish line, going to straight line windscreens, car 711 first, second placing Glenn Klein 717, and officially third Paul Theo in car 741. So all our Speedway fans filling out your souvenirs Sunday afternoon, the Australasian Archerfield Speedway program. The rear shuffle in 4-cylinder rocket racing, going to straight line windscreens, car 711 first, 717, City second, and officially third 741 of Paul Theo. Tell you what, if you're enjoying this afternoon's Speedway racing, and we sincerely hope during the Australasian Championship, our most important folk are certainly getting plenty of thrills out of the action out there on the Speedway circuit. This one should be action-packed. That's my prediction. Watch them going up the back straight. Event number 23, the Queensland Championship, the Stars Scratch. Over 6 laps. Can it be a front row winner, or can it be one of those middle or back markers in the way of Ross Ford, car 738? Johnny Swarbrick was pretty as a picture, but certainly a big lead job ahead. Triple Eight sitting back in row number 2, the last second last second flag as a free flag coming across the start finish line. We'll find out what it's all about in a few moments' time during event number 23, the Stars Scratch, during our special Sunday afternoon Archerfield Speedway program. Certainly Dale Prather. Whoa, Michael Taylor. Is he drifting wide coming out of those upturns? Third back of the back. He's changing between Brad Rose, car 737, Matt Spalding. And Todd Herring going across the start finish line. The wily old fox of Speedway racing, Rossi Ford. He said it might be the Australasian Championship. As far as I'm concerned, this is just another Sunday afternoon or a Saturday night of superb Speedway racing. Whether it's a championship race or just a cylinder event. Certainly Ross Ford gives his best. 110% out there on the Speedway circuit. The race leader, Dale Prather, coming out of turn 1 and 2, second placing, car 708. Stars Scratch race, remotor cars outplaced here on the start finish line. Jenny Ashurst certainly racing these RD8 cars in our way. Now it's finally happened. Oh, Dale Prather putting the Ross Ford car right around down there on turns 1 and 2. A cloud of smoke coming out of the Ross Ford car as he got big problems in car 738. The flag. race headquarters, event number 23, the four-cylinder rockets. Stars scratched, there's no shadow of doubt. Race win going to Ken Asher's car 708 first. Just running for lap scorers now. Chief Stewart, John Corral to pass on second and third placings. Obviously no time available due to the race being declared, but certainly one hell of a drive. Going to the race win car 708, Ken Ashurst first.
Second and third.
John said it was. Two laps remaining during event number 23. The four-cylinder rocket Queensland Championship Stars Scratch coming out of the top turns. Kenny Ashurst once again on the power, certainly very dominant driver of only 3 this afternoon on the Racing Championship. But certainly a lot of Saturday nights out here at Archerfield International Speedway presentation, plus for these JNS automotive cars out of the Redcliffe Peninsula, Johnny Ashurst, Kenny Ashurst. Ross forward. The 868 camera on the infield, and look at these two superstars of Speedway racing. Breathing, here you got one nose to tail, side by side with no contact. Race win car 708, Ken Ashurst first, 738, Ross Ford the second, and Triple Eight officially third. The winning time of the Albion Game timer at 39.05. The winner's time, Speedway fans, 39.05. Certainly plenty of scores to be settled out there on the Speedway circuit as we finally found first, second and third during event number 23. The Queensland Championship Stars Scratch over 6. Leading 2-3 cruising laps at this point in time. Just waiting to get them on where car make the pit road. Car number 73. Race meeting for 96, 97 out here at Archerfield Speedway. 869, Michael Taylor starting out of the front row. Matt Spaulding, car 895, Rossi forwarded. Certainly an undeniable chance along with Todd Herring, car 868. Ricker Groom, 737. Well and truly fired up after first placing for the end of seasons and trophies. Frankie Wallace is getting ready like a moment to wave the green flag and dispatch this big field of four-cylinder raging rockets coming out of the top turns. Down the main straight, green flag. Away goes forward. Chances galore down there on turn 1 and 2. Certainly Ross Ford, the red light blazing away in the dashboard, going up the back straight for the first time. Todd Herring and Johnny Spiral. Have a look at the 88 cars are on the inside. Through 4, 5 cars working the back straight. I tell you what, this is a big affair. High power affair coming across the start finish line. The 884 car of Michael Dobson. Oh, the first casualty right around down there on turns 1 and 2. So we can keep no yellow lights being turned on trackside. Yes, right around down there on the bottom turns. Australasian Championship. Andrew Theo or Paul Theo on the way back on the back to the JNS automatic cars almost 3 down there on Speedway Racing. You wouldn't believe it, the two teammates facing the wrong direction down there on turns 1 and 2. Ring the back straight away, nose to tail up the high diddle. Do these guys mean business? Speedway fans, we have 20 odd exciting Speedway laps remaining. Oh, the little mini almost getting wiped out. The orange clear of the back straight away. Action time. Hopefully from this point on, no more stoppages. Just good hard, fast Speedway Racing. Pass it on in and Cape Tyler, Ross Ford, Ricker Groom. Have a look at those three JMS automatic cars, third, fourth and fifth placings coming out of the top two. Kenny Ashurst to lead right around the outside. Matt Spalding the speed, looking out of the 95 racer. And Todd Herring screens the room down there on turn number 2, driving car 868. But up front doing the all-time. Oh, drama outside, turn number 2. No. Oh, barrel roll for car 778. How much more can happen, I'd say, the way they're going at this early part of this fifth. Racing once more on the mains, by the way, Aussie forward, cars in the second placing, Ricker Groom for the 370. From this point in, hopefully no more stoppages. Michael Taylor already putting the 729. Russ forward and another victory. Is it about to happen? Another put the lockers on the driving cars in the 38. They're still battling hard, coming out of the 3-4 turns. Russ forward, the middle of the metal going up the main straight. Ricker Groom, have a look at Kenny Ashurst, car 708. And Johnny Smarbrook, don't take your eyes off those two. Ford Rickers, Redcliffe, the one moment coming across the start finish line. These guys are an all-time high during this 15-lap encounter with the car of the race leader, Russ Ford, working beautifully. Those speed coming out of the camera to say that Russ Ford is not taking a beautiful line on every point around the Archerfield Speedway circuit. Would be an understatement. Russ Ford, Ricker Groom. The two JMS automatic cars, that car to that car, wheel to wheel. I guess it doesn't matter what they swap plates. The two yellow and red racers now in the third placing. Johnny Smarbrook going up the back straight. 708, Kenny Ashurst in fourth. Todd Herring, car 868. Oh, some clear noises in the Redcliffe Records car, or is it Ricker Groom? Some very, very strange noises. Sounds like an army. With some hammers in the motor department going past the Albion and Cape Tyler. We'll try and pick up which motor car this time round. Is it Ricker Groom? Or is it Johnny Smarbrook sitting the Ricker Groom car relatively going off song, coming out of the top set? Firstly, cruising down the main straight, desperate to get the motor car running the infield. The same words can be said for Todd Herring, car 868, a much revamped. Dave Herring Timmers, hello, confronted once again by a red light, obviously to get the Ricker Groom car off the racing circuit down there on turns 1 and 2. Glen Forest 807. Scott Campbell doing a top job in the 758 racer. Green lights turned on. Action time coming out of the 3-4 turns. Oh, yellow lights. What's gone wrong this time? But hello, don't tell me 869 deciding to call in and have a chat to Frankie Wallace on the start-finish line. Hey, you wouldn't believe it, Frank. Ross Ford and Johnny Smarbrook every time they mention those first 5 cars coming out of the top 10s. Scott Campbell right against the wall on the inside of the outside. On the end of the car coming across the start-finish line. Obviously, quite a few problems out there at this point in time. I must mention both Peter and Scott Campbell doing an extraordinary job in the 758 racer. And Johnny Smarbrook overtakes the king of Archerfield Speedway Sedan Racing, Ross Ford, and John Smarbrook, certainly two lightning-like cars going over cook things in the 738 Drum World Queensland car on the top turns. A whole new complex, a whole new ball game during the closing laps of this 15-lap Australasian Championship. The JMS automotive cars, 1-2, certainly a sponsor screen coming out of the top turns. Colin Pollock. Oh, have a look at Andrew Theo. Have a look at the little green minis getting knocked around like a cork in the action coming out of the top turns. Ross Ford sitting on an all-time high, driving past as many cars, he couldn't believe it. A protest flag going out to Paul Theo, car 741. And statewide windscreens for this brand new car during this afternoon's Speedway racing. The guy has done a sensational job. Car 711 going across the start finish line. Down both the fourth placing. Back in the fifth looks like Ross Ford, car 738. And Peter Campbell in car 759. Speedway fans, the checkered flag ready. Being unfolded, the Australasian winner, Johnny Swarbrook, car 88 first. Second placing, Ken Ashes, car 708. And officially third, the Corolla, car 711. Speedway fans, first, second and third. A sponsor screen from JMS Automotive down on the Moreton Bay, Redcliffe Peninsula area. Having a big round of applause for him. Johnny Swarbrook, put your hands together, Speedway fans. Second placing, Ken Ashurst. Back into third, statewide windscreens. Your 6-lap time on the Darwin and Cape timer at 1 minute 56.59. The 6-lap time, 1 minute 56.59. The placings during the Australasian Championship. John Swarbrook, Ken Ashurst, and statewide windscreens, car 711. The 6-lap time, 1 minute 56.59.
I thought, hang on Mick, we got 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. Yeah. 15 more to go. Well, I thought Sunday afternoon it may not be on.
What I want to do is make it a bit cold for
You should. No drops.
Okay, Astro Saloon, Speedway Racing, Mickey Barber, Corey Stone, just giving an update from our Formula 500 racing orders. Car number 35, looking at those 1 and 2. The big man from the Gold Cage, Shane Guymer, car number 43, Ham, we got the action. Every turn of the wheel going up the back straight away. The race leader certainly looking good. The Corey Stone car coming out of the top turns. Second placing, Peter Watling, car 312. And no doubt the hard charge in car 301. Talk about action, talk about some spirited racing. These guys turning on the excitement with a capital E coming out with a turn. Shane Guymer, a wall of cars ahead of the 343. Gold Coast Commodore going up the main straight. Joss Van Kalken for an outside run down the main straight. Richard's Kitchen, car number 22 of Presentation 1 races. Certainly Corey Stone has done a brilliant job on car 325. Have a look at Dave Watling, the Mike Vine turbo-powered racer. Has he got power to burn? Hooks this car around the outside of 5 contenders down there on turn number 2. Streaks away into the distance going across the start line. Steve Bradford and Shane Guymer talk about hard work in the wheel. These guys absolutely excelling in the Holden Commodore car 343. And also Stevie Bradford first placing during the Australian Championship in the East Coast Speedway Division. Once Dave Watling has reached the race lead, it's a matter of how far is he going to win by. During number 11, Astro Select Car Racing going across the start finish line. Three double four. No, he's 73. 344 going up the back straight. Hello, looks like a little 6-cylinder Holden powered Datsun running into big problems there on turn number 3. Gordon's free quotes for any type of power bedding and spray painting. If you want your car to come out in showroom condition, go nowhere else except Weatherall Smash Repairs, 5357 Victoria Street, Windsor. Just telephone David on 3357 5333. certainly car number 325, door number 22, the Corey Stone car, looking experienced. We hope that we see Corey Stone many times out here at Archerfield during our brand new summer Speedway season. Green lights turned on, we go racing down the main straight, a handful of laps remaining. The Australian Championship. Coming out of turn number 2, second placing being the number 10 racer Stevie Bradford, and back in the third Mr. Speedway himself, car 343 of Shane Dimer. 1, 2, 3, they're on the march, they're on the move in a big way going across the start finish line. The Dave Watling has already stamped himself as one of our top Speedway stars out here at Archerfield at International Speedway. The back straight away, the Stone Pipeline turbo powered racer, another drive, another victory going to Dave Watling. 372 first. Second placing, Steve Bradford, car number 10, and officially third, Shane Dimer, car 343. Speedway fans, seat number 1. Australasian car racing, the man of the moment, the top Speedway star. How about a big round of applause for him, Dave Watling. Put your hands together for him, Speedway fans. A top drive, another quality product from My Fine Turbos. Dave Watling, car 372 first in 310. Stevie Bradford, the Australian champion from East Coast Racing, and car 343, Mr. Consistent himself out of the Gold Coast. What a night would be out here at Archerfield without seeing the Shane Dimer racer. Car 343, the Holden Commodore, third placing, 2 laps in the Melbourne and Cape Timer at 35.91. The winner's kitchen, car number 22. Peter Watling, Stevie Bradford, 301, Tom Williams, 309. Joss Van Kalken looking at picture as usual, rolling down the main straight, 311. Brad Schomburg, 333. Shane Dimer, the motor car is up for sale out of the Gold Coast, car 343. The driver to turn on make it 2 starts, 2 wins. Dave Watling, car 372. Andrew Theo. Redcliffe's Northside Mechanical. Hello, Tub's not coming out this time, eh? Not allowed what? Oh, who said that? Bradford flying down there on turns 1 and 2, certainly going for the outside run on the Peter Watling car going up the back straight. There's virtually 3 motor cars vying for the race lead coming out of the top turn. Peter Watling and Stevie Bradford out of the spirit of action going across the start finish line. Steve Bradford already a managed flag being someone at 301. How close do you go, Peter Watling and Steve Bradford? I'd say there's something I missed down there on turn number 2. No, the yellow light's being turned on trackside. Steve Van Seelan, car 311, coming to a halt up there on the top turn. Won't be a start. I understand that yet. How many go, Jules? Yes, I know that. Okay, racing laps remaining. There's certainly plenty of those. Regarding event number 15, the Australasians coming down the main straight. A whole new ball game, a whole new outlook there on the Speedway circuits. Peter Watling pulling out the right-hand side of the Melbourne and Cape Timer. Some road repairs being carried out by Joss Van. Action time. Have a look at Stevie Bradford, certainly putting in one a hell of a drive. The Australian champion in full flight coming out of turn number 2, working the back straight away. A lightning-like move from Brad Schomburg, 333, and also the Gold Coast Commodore of Shane Dimer. Talk about chances galore across the start finish line. Brad Schomburg is certainly running a high wide enhancement, 334, even longer Saturday night. Here at Archerfield running into overheating problems, but it's certainly all systems go for Brad Schomburg and car 333 on his way to victory down the main straight. And Steve Bradford, they're on the march, they're on the move. The multicoloured trainer racers flashing past the Melbourne and Cape Timer. That left hand rear wheel hikes high in the air on the Steve Bradford car. It means business coming across the strike. Car 301, but Brad Schomburg, I tell him on, there's plenty of fresh air in front of, whoa, the Yap car. Into the the concrete wall coming down the main straight, desperate to get the motor car out of harm's way. A good save to car 322, I must say that at this point in time. The quick-snack racer, Brad Schomburg, is being quickly pursued, hotly pursued by Dave Watling, car 372. A two-car war, well and truly raging, going up the back straight away. Schomburg tucks in tight, coming out of the top turn. Can Dave Watling get that turbo into action across the strike? Heat number 2, Australasian car racing, 333, Brad Schomburg first, Dave Watling, car 372 for second, and the man of the moment, the Australian champion, car 301, Steve Bradford, officially third. Speedway fans, a beauty, one of the highlights of our special Sunday afternoon Archerfield Speedway show. Race win, Brad Schomburg, 333 first, car 372, Dave Watling second, and officially third, Steve Bradford, car 301. The winner's time, 5 laps on the Belgian and Cape timer, 1 minute 32.78. Your fave man at this point in time. Chances galore coming out of the top turns. Dave Watling must certainly be high on the priority list, driving this especially quick. Mike Fine, turbo-powered racer, starting out of pole position, coming down the main straight. Brad Schomburg, Stevie Bradford, along with Tom Williams, Peter Watling 312, Joss Van Kelken 311, Shane Geiler 343, Andrew Theo 344, Corey Stone 325.
Full victory already, yeah?
I'd say, mate, it's gotta be. It's gotta be a runaway high job. Yeah, it's gotta be.
Pretty quick.
Oh, not in the same. Dave Watling, certainly a magic starting position going up the back straight. Position 1, 12 laps of high-powered Sunday afternoon Speedway racing during the Australasian Championship for the Astra Saloons. Brad Schomburg, Dave Watling, Tom Williams, 309. Steve Bradford, lightning quick in this Fresh Seafoods car 301. The pace quickens, a start. As we go racing. Brad Schomburg will certainly want to tuck in quickly if he wants to come out of turn number 2 on top. Dave Watling, Brad Schomburg, mudguard to mudguard, wheel to wheel, going up the back straight, simply the whole entire, giving plenty, doing it the hard way up there on the top. Oh, Brad Schomburg, almost wiping out the concrete wall, coming out of the top turns. Now, the Steve Bradford car through the second place there on turn number 2. Certainly the back markers, the likes of Shane Geiler and Andrew Theo. They've got one hell of a job ahead when you've got the likes of Dave Watling, Brad Schomburg. Whoa, have a look at Andrew Theo. Come on, down onto the infield, back onto the Speedway circuit. And the possible chance of getting a major place in during this afternoon Speedway racing. Or can he possibly get this little high-powered 6-cylinder Manson back on the pace, going up the back straight? The pace, an absolute firecracker past the Melbourne and Cape timer, being set by these 3 zero-way racers down the main straight. We've certainly seen some great whoa, Andrew Theo and Shane Geiler. Nose to tail touch-ups coming across the start finish line. Andrew Theo determined to get this little yellow peril around the inside of the outside of that blue Holden Commodore working the back straight. Oh, little Andrew Theo, this little thing's like a little feather. Certainly working beautifully, car 372, Brad Schomburg, 333 for second, and back in the third, the 301 of Speedway for Shane Geiler, and Andrew Theo, the first 5 motor cars coming across the start finish line. I don't know what the problem is with that little accident of Andrew Theo. He's certainly a great Speedway driver, whether it's the heavy 6-cylinder motor in the front of the 4-cylinder accident. Exactly what makes this motor car, well, ventilated various times. Dave Watling certainly going right up with the job on the back straight. Dave Watling, Brad Schomburg and Stevie Bradford. There's not much passing, just good hard on fast. Speedway racing. Now we're seeing a passing move between Andrew Theo, Little Yellow Datsun, and the Gold Coast Commodore Shane Guyver, car 23. Stephen Bradford's there. Speedway going across the start finish line. That is 6 Killer drivers who are on the start finish line, driving one hand and trying to shield the afternoon setting sun on the right hand side of our race headquarters. Looks like the Shane Guyver car may have jumped out of gear down there on turns 1 and 2. He's having a glancing play with Peter Watling on the start finish line, but it's certainly Dave Watling going right over the top. Second placing. Still Brad Schomburg, double 3, and back in the third. Stevie Bradford this time round. The white flag being displaced by the checker across the start finish line. A race win, the Australasian champion, Dave Watling, car 372 first. Second, Brad Schomburg, triple 3, and officially third would go to Steve Bradford in car 301. Speedway fans, come on, put your hands together for him. Dave Watling, give a big round of applause. Trackside car 372 first. Second placing, triple 3, Brad Schomburg, and back to third, the fresh seafood racer, Steve Bradford, car 301. The winner's time, a quick time, 3 minutes 41.53. The winner's time, 3:41.53. The cheers still going from the right-hand side of our race headquarters. Certainly a popular Archerfield Speedway star. Yes, it's been away from the Compact Speedcars, just pointed out. Another Ford, another race victory. It's okay, Peter. 372, Dave Watling first, Brad Schomburg, triple 3 second, and Stevie Bradford picking up third place. The time, 3:41.53. As the
how he ever keeps the car on a straight line. I'm damned if I know. But anyone, Andrew, you're an exciting Speedway star. Third placing, congratulations.
Thanks a lot. I'd like to thank Mike Lyons, Rod Members, and my missus. Hi, Dolly.
Thanks, Andrew. This is second placing case this afternoon, but I must say for the hint of sadness, I do believe the motor car is up for sale. I tell you what, Shane, you brought the car from the Gold Coast to Archerfield virtually every night we've raced. You keep the car looking in showroom condition. It's a credit to yourself, and I'm sure you're very, very proud to pick up second place, Shane. Congratulations, mate.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Shirley and Graham, auntie and uncle. They own half the car and put a lot of work into the car every week. I'd like to thank Bronwyn, comes Kelly with me the last half of the year. All the other boys that helped out during the year. Daryl Neesler, my cousin, lending us tyres during the year. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks indeed, Shane. First place, unfortunately, be one winner in every division during 96-97. This goes to Mike Lyons, turbo-powered race with his army of supporters out here at Archerfield. You're an exciting star, David. Congratulations, mate. First place, and I'm sure we'll see you back here bigger than ever on Saturday night, August 16th.
Yeah, I should be back. I'd like to thank Mum, especially Mum, who stood without a car for nearly a season so we can come out here and race. I'd like to thank Dad for helping us out. I'd like to thank all my big crew and all my supporters. I'd like to especially thank Mike Lyons, DW Records, J&J Batteries. I'd like to thank Shane and Andrew to give me a good run for my money. Thank you.
Put your hands together for him. Third placing, Dave Watling. Okay, the improved productions have got. Okay, we have our three improved production drivers up, please. Kenny Semway, Robert Rowe, and George Twin, please. is all about. Third placing for the season goes to Kenny Stanway. Ken, one hell of a season, one hell of a drive.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank my sponsors, the Nogger Workshop, Ford Rippers. I appreciate what they've done for us, and also the other drivers. I'd like to congratulate Robert Rowe on his Australia 1 win, and the other drivers that carried themselves off dignified and honourably during the season. Thank you.
Thanks indeed, Ken. Second placing and one hell of a season has certainly been enjoyed this time round by Robert Rowe. Robert, I think I said here during the Australian Championship, there's virtually a Saturday night, or there's not a Saturday night goes by without seeing 019 out here at Archerfield. You've already won the Australian Championship. You're sitting with a hell of a chance here this afternoon for the Australasian, and to finish in second placing between two of the hardest charges. It must make you a very delighted and proud Speedway driver. Top hard, mate.
I'd like to thank Ken and George for the good racing all season. Thank Greg may have made it. George Twin for the work he's offered right through the season. Passenger Jeff for the work they have put in. So thanks on tyres for that work on tyres right through the season. Thanks very much.
Thanks indeed, Robert. Give a big round of applause, Speedway fans. First placing in the pre-production division that is commonly known out here at Archerfield Speedway as Mr. Thrill, Mr. Excitement, Mr. Speedway himself. Tell you what, George, I must say the car looks $1 million as usual. You're one hell of a Speedway star. You put the thrills into Speedway racing, but it certainly is. And I'm sure you will agree, you're a most deserved winner for 96-97. First placing Speedway fans, Georgie Twin.
Thanks, Kevy. I'd like to thank me wife, two boys, David Weatherall and his wife, Rowie and Ken, everyone for putting up with us this year. Thanks very much.
Thanks indeed, George. One last round of applause for you Speedway fans. Georgie Twin, first place. We have our three stock standard drivers up, please. Gavin Fletcher, Tiger Willis, and Carl Goonsroff, please. Championship, City of Brisbane, you can name them. Without Carl Goonsroff on the podium this afternoon is certainly no exception. Carl, maybe every Saturday night you're not running first, second and third. The same words can be said for you, as I mentioned earlier on regarding Robert Rowe. The motor car is always out here looking $1 million. Consistency pays off. I'm just going to ask one question. Can we see you and that Bridgestone Tyres car back here in 98? Congratulations, Carl.
Yeah, Kev, you've been asking that question when you get my age every year's a bonus. But look, you said, what you said is exactly right. To win this trophy, and I'm very pleased to win it. I thought last year when I got beaten by 1 point by Mr. Hislop, I thought, well, that's as close as I'll get. To actually come out and win it, in his absence, mind you, it's very gratifying. And like I said, to win this, you don't necessarily have to be the best driver out here, but you've got to be very consistent, and you've got to be very dedicated to turn up every week. I would very much like to thank Norm Hislop for looking after my car. Whenever there's trouble, I run to Norm for help, and we get it back out here the following week. Thanks very much, Norm, and glad for all your assistance. I'd like to congratulate Tiger. He's been a terrific fella during the year, and I've enjoyed racing with him. Billy Gavin just couldn't come up. Congratulations, Gavin, and thanks very much, Archerfield Speedway.
Thank you, Steve, for the very
to run the good season? And Rob? Oh yeah, right. Yeah, just thanks.
Indeed, Todd. Second place in this afternoon goes to Robbie Tindall. Rob, I think the first time you've had you up here on the podium, mate, to receive this beautiful trophy after one hell of a season of effort, anticipation, and all the work that goes on behind the scenes. I'm sure you're the first to agree. It's a great achievement what you've done. Robert, congratulations.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Andrew. This trophy was passed along to Andrew CEO to drive half the season. And also thanks to Paul for the use of his car towards the end of the season. I'd like to thank my family and friends for the support they've given through the year. Also to Toys, Bumpers and Rick and Brady. Thank you.
Thanks indeed, Robert. Have a big round of applause for his three-way fan. Second placing, Robbie Tindall. In for first, unfortunately, only be one winner. Since you painted the car black, Rick, I think we've just gone that little bit quicker. You've certainly picked up a great sponsorship many times out here on a race night during the heats, during the feature. You've virtually ran away and hidden, and you've certainly achieved this with quite a big point score, 605 points to yourself, with 440 and 419 second and third. Tell you what, the next season looks great for Rick and Groove, mate. Top mate.
Thank you. Just like to thank Stronghold for supporting me and Ross through the season. I'd like to thank Ross for filling in for me when I wasn't available to drive. And just Stronghold and Tiger Speedway Tyres for giving us a reliable car for our season. Thank you.
Thanks indeed, Rick. Have our freeway fans one big round of applause. First, second and third at all our freeway divisions as these guys go back to pit row, ready to hopefully fill first, second and third during the Australasian Championship of 96-97. Also, much sincere thanks to Wayne Pinner and Hot Pick Photos, who's done a great job throughout the freeway season, and I'm sure these guys really appreciate buying photos at very, very competitive prices. Chance Michelle, the big chance Lisa. If you don't like them, just black flag them. Simple as that. Our first courageous driver, our trackside. Very good, the Margaret Ware car out of the Gold Coast. Frankie Wallace, car 531, the Mark Wally racer. 776, Melanie lining up in row number 2. 708 has the North Esmond picked the best car of the bunch. Kenny Asher's car out. Hello, looks like the boot's already off the Jeff Peacock car coming down the main straight. Tommy Oliver, 444. The half of the coming out, you wouldn't know. Dave Weatherall, George Twin, car 128. Oh, we've certainly got a few ring-ins out there at the moment. A few cars, Tommy Oliver, 444, Larry Hall car. Who's out there in the Rick Sailor race at 555. Saturday night, this would take about 5 hours to run, I would predict. Looks like Mick Reed might be a late scratching, not noticing car 726 out there at this point in time. Well, Reed's not there, is he?
Well, the ones that were given earlier on looks like a couple of late change at this point in time. The boots finally parted company with the race car. Ross Wallace certainly a tough car to get his backside in. Cole Corral, car number 35. Looks like we've just about got them all. 10 laps. We can't say high-powered speedway racing. We can't say anything goes out there at the moment. Looks like Richard Mark came out of the 737 car down there on turns 1 and 2. McQueen was down to drive car 726. Just made it. He's got his backside in the wicker green car, waiting for our 2 official starters to wave the green flag to dispatch the field of Archerfield officials ready for anything goes. 10 laps of speedway racing. Lisa holding the flag high in the air. Action time as they go across the start line. Side by side, out of the top 2, the spirited racing. Very good. I tell you what, he's got this Gold Coast car fairly honky. Coming past it over in Cape Time at a winner. Big job ahead down there on turns 1 and 2. Will St. McReed's out there in car 737. The later car was down the drive there. The 736 car from straight by Rich Streams, obviously running out of the gate down the bottom turns. Oh, unusually, car number 76, the first incident during the mechanics of the Archerfield officials race. Oh, very good, almost wiping out the concrete wall. 708. Here's this one, middle of the drive. Oh, Norby Heslop, no question marks. It's out there on the Kenny Asher's car going up the back straight. By John Hardy putting it up on line with the car getting dropped over Toronto on the 314s. Our lap of the day with a little car. The George Street racer coming across the start side. Norby Heslop, John Hardy, second placing. Very good. Certainly dropping back through the field in car number 74. Very good. First we have the race to himself. 3 opening laps, plenty of smoke coming out of the Jeff Pincock car on the lane straight. Looks like Wayne Dinner out there in car 102. Yes, the car. Very good. Shovel bring the Ricker Green car out of the way coming out of turn number 2. Is it very good? Yes, through the third placing going up the lane straight. McReed in car 737. The Ricker Green racer side by side coming across the start finish line. Norm Heslop just waiting with Wayne Dinner, our official photographer in car 422. Tell you what, they're doing a not a bad job. I thought we would have seen more cars facing the wrong direction during the annual officials, Archerfield officials race. Norm Heslop, he's still in second place, very good. And the McReed, the 737 car, 4th placing coming out of the bottom turns. 4 laps remaining during the officials race. Norby Heslop still John Hello. The yellow light's being turned on trackside. What's gone? Oh, the Jeff Pincock car. And Wayne Pinner hard into the concrete wall coming out of the top turns. The first incident during the 96-97 Archerfield officials race. We can lay 1-4 cars to radiate as well until we go on we're on the 422 racer. This is a narrow Larry Hall racer. Is it Tommy Oliver, I would say, in 444, the Larry Hall car? No wonder Larry Hall looking very, very anxious indeed. Tommy Oliver certainly making one hell of a mess of the Larry Hall car. David Wetherall with his own Smash Repairs, sponsored car 128. Chasing hard, coming up the top turns. out there in car 7. Oh, Ross Ford, he said, I can't believe this. My little jet. Oh, Rossi Ford's car completely up and over. Oh, Ross Wallace. Yes, I think that might be the end of this afternoon's Archerfield officials race. Declare that. Yes, the race has been declared. Speedway fans just getting official confirmation from our clerk, of course, down here trackside. First place going to Norm Heslop, car 708. At this point in time, John Hardy driving the Carl Guntroff racer, car 591. Wow. Just wondering how much damage has been sustained with the Ross Ford car down there on turn number 1. Who was in Ross Ford's? Who's that?
Oh, that might be that Ross.
Oh yeah, Ross Ford, I tell you what, poor old Ross just couldn't believe his luck down there on the bottom turn. Just hoping Ross Wallace quite okay in car 738. No, it looks like our St John's ambulance coming across the bottom turns. Check out the Ross Ford race. It wouldn't be one straight panel on the motor car down there on turns 1 and 2. That is sensational stuff. The only word to use. Well, Speedway fans, all we can say at this point in time, that wraps it up from Archerfield International Speedway for 96-97. We sincerely hope you've enjoyed our last Sunday afternoon. One hell of a way down there on the bottom turns. Don't forget, Speedway fans, it all happens back here at Archerfield Speedway on Saturday night, August 16, the official practice night for 97-98. On behalf of that man, Mr. Bill Good, all the folk out here at Archerfield, we say a very, very sincere thank you to the most important folk here at Archerfield, the most important folk here at Archerfield, you, our Speedway fans, and all. Peter Duggan, car 58-62, Jeff Gordon, Keith Draper, car number 65, and Jason Atwell in 78. Certainly Surface Paradise, hosting quite a good field coming down the main straight. Car number 33, the Darren Columbine racer, Jeff Gordon, certainly a model of consistency throughout the summer season of Speedway racing at Archerfield. Peter Duggan, car 58-65, Keith Draper. Goodness knows how many hours he spends on this FJ Holden between race meeting to race meeting. I tell you what, it's in better than showroom condition. Jason Atwell will certainly a big job ahead with the likes of Jeff Gordon. Peter Duggan sharing row number 1. Eric Campbell 68. Along with Keith Draper, car number 65, row number 2. The Surface Paradise Racers, 7 switched on Stars and Cars coming out of the top turns, ready for 6 exciting Speedway laps. The track record, 2:01.39, held by the Brett Bill. Green flag, we go racing coming down the range, run away. Campbell is taking off like a lady possessed in car number 35. Quicker and quicker, better and better would be an understatement. They say in Speedway circles, the more racing brings out the best in the man or the lady, whatever it may be, going up the back straight already. Fiona Campbell's spreading the breeze coming out of the 3-4 turns. Fiona Campbell, second placing, car number 22, the Paul Richardson car going across the start finish line. And Daniel Raw, Daddy Copper Beauty coming down the main straight. Talk about the golden oldies jump on the brake pedal. Well, we can say one thing for the Surface Paradise Racers, also the golden oldies during this afternoon show. The brakes well and duly working for one horrible moment. I anticipated the Jeff Gordon FB do a deal here this afternoon with Kylie down there at the Aussie Trackware shop for left-hand side of our race headquarters. It's certainly your time to get gear at virtually giveaway prices. We are clearing the entire stock during this afternoon's Speedway racing, so race fans, anytime during this afternoon show, just simply call down the left-hand Speedway spares or during the week down there at 31 Common Drive, Tweedhead, to any phone inquiries, telephone link 0755 763. Okay, back to racing. I'd say quite a bit of panel damage on the front of the FJ Holden and Eric Campbell coming out of turns 1 and 2. Looks like he's decided to switch to the outside, going up the back straight. Certainly getting plenty of power to the ground in one of the original golden oldies Speedway racers, the FJ Holden coming out of the top turns. For that matter, virtually 4 cars in slow formation. Jeff Gordon, second placing, Peter Duggan and Eric Campbell. Centimetres away in third placing, virtually 2 cars flying to the third place going up the back straight. Jeff Gordon, car number 62, and Eric Campbell, car 68, Surfers Paradise Speedway Racing. And Fiona Campbell once again going away as she comes out of turn number 2 on the back straight. Fiona Campbell, Paul Richardson, and the 65 Ford Falcon, Mick Finlay, sitting in third placing, certainly a mixed bag. They've actually made the cars at every point around this lightning-like Sunday afternoon speed bowl. A passing move going across the start finish line. Paul Richardson being high on the inside of Fiona Campbell. Can she possibly fight back coming out of turn number 2, going up the Dolphin and Gate back straight? Jeff Gordon, one of the most reliable. My apology, Jason Atwell, car number 78, those 2 blue and white races, unless you look at them very, very closely indeed. Looking almost identical out there on the Speedway circuit, but certainly Paul Richardson, in my opinion, having a mortgage over this first heat. Hello, the Ford Falcon. And Mick Finlay, has he gone grasshopping or has he gone off-road racing? Maybe a better story down there on turns 1 and 2. Looks like our first bit of drama, our first major incident setting in during this afternoon's racing. We do say a sincere thank you to all our Speedway fans for coming out here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon at Archerfield for the first Paradise races going up the back straight. Green flag waved, 3 remaining during event number 5 going across the start finish line. Paul Richardson, Fiona Campbell, and the 34 racers certainly fired up down there on turns 1 and 2. Can it be a Paul Richardson victory or can it be Fiona Campbell? Car number 35. Oh, check out the 3 golden oldies, the classic Saltlands. Talk about how close do you go coming out of turns 1 and 2. The KMB spray painting and Jeff Gordon looking good coming out of turn number 2. Certainly Jeff Gordon made the last 3-4 months to be one of the top guns of Archerfield Speedway Racing. Second placing, one of the hardest of hard charges in the way of Keith Draper, car number 65, and bring up our 3 golden oldies. Peter Duggan in car 50. Look at Paul Richardson scoot away, working the back straight away. This boy is certainly looking good in car number 22, coming down the main straight. Surfers Paradise Speedway Racing, heat number 1. The winner, car number 22, Paul Richardson first, 35. Fiona Campbell second, and officially third, car number 34, the late nomination in the Classic Saloon Car Division. Race win, car number 62, Jeff Gordon. Second placing, the 65, Keith Draper, and rounding out the top 3 in car 58, Peter Duggan. The winning time, Speedway fans, 2 laps on the Melbourne and Cape timer at 42.35. Your 2-lap time, 40. Our Classic Saloons are scratching Dave Campbell, car number 46, Peter Duggan 58, Jeff Gordon, car number 62, 65, Keith Draper, Eric Campbell, car number 68, and 78 of Jason Atwell. Just a reminder also, Speedway fans, complete stock clearance this afternoon down there at the Aussie Trackwear shop, left-hand side of our race headquarters. If you're looking for cap stickers, someone patches, racing suits, racing coats, t-shirts, you name it. Giveaway prices this afternoon, the Aussie Trackwear shop, the left-hand side of our race headquarters. Don't forget photos by the hundreds down there at the Aussie at the Hot Picks photo stand. The main entrance to our Speedway complex and his spare parts. The maestro of spare parts out here every race day or race night. Mick Reed from Mick Reed Speedway Spares in the Archerfield pit area, or during the week you'll find Mick down there at 31 Golden Drive, Tweed Heads. Or any phone inquiries to Mick Reed and Speedway Spares, just simply give Mick a call on the phone 0755 998763. Best parts and best prices, Mick Reed Speedway Spares. We go racing. Look after you very, very shortly. Shane, Fiona Campbell and Margaret Ware coming out of the 1-2 turns. Daniel Moore, car number 18. And our 5 Classic Saloons certainly pouring on the action down there on turns 1 and 2. Have a look at these 5-6 cars going up the back straight. Talk about a high-powered affair. Talk about a race of mudguard to mudguard. Speedway Racing, the FJ Holden going away. The left-hand side of the Melbourne and Cape timer. Eric Campbell and this original Classic Saloon across the start finish line. The familiar black scar flying up the side of the racer. Eric Campbell about to dispose of 2-3 of the Gold Coast racers going across the start finish line. Our 34 car. And Fiona Campbell, talk about having a look at their own dice going up the back straight. Is this FJ Holder on an all-time high? Carrying away, driving away from the likes of Jeff Gordon, Keith Draper, and Peter Duggan about to round up 2-3, making 4 of the Surfers Paradise cars going across the start. Hey, have a look at Campbell, will you? You can see you later, Surfers Paradise. Hey? Eric Campbell running the high line, running the low line. To say this hasn't been a happy afternoon would be an understatement for Jeff Gordon, car number 62. But have a look at Eric Campbell as he's putting excitement every turn of the wheel in the heat number 2 of Classic Saloon Car Racing. Hello. The black flag coming out for Daniel Moore, car number 18, the driver's side front wheel virtually caved underneath the racer down there on turns 1 and 2. Frankie Wallace, our official Speedway starter out here at Archerfield, about to replace the white flag for the checkered flag, this time coming out of turn number 4 down the main straight. In Classic Saloon Car Racing, no shadow of doubt who's going to pick up the win. Eric Campbell, hello, first 3-4 cars, slowing to a walk, the one flying up on the Fiona Campbell racer, car number 68, got across the straight, 2 starts, 2 wins. Paul Richardson, car number 22, first, the whole new ball game. Looks like Darren Columbine, car number 33, taking second place. The 34 racer in for third. In the Classic Saloons, with your guess as good as mine, there's no shadow of doubt who's taken race honours. The FJ Holman and Eric Campbell, car number 68 first. Peter Duggan, 58 for second. Conferring here with our 2 hard-working lap scorers. Now race headquarters, how they do it from time to time, is no doubt one of the wonders of Speedway racing. Who's the Classics lady? Yeah, car number 71. Margaret Ware, 74. 35, Fiona Campbell. Daniel Moore in 18. And looks like Glenn Austin and Glenn Jones, 2 scratchings not appearing so far during this afternoon's program. Also draw a line through Dave Campbell, car number 46.
This is one to grab me the pizza. Oh, Ren, you can't run so fast.
Pete Duggan, car 58, Jeff Gordon, car number 62, Keith Draper, 65, and the man of the moment. And that beautifully turned out LJ Motors, Dan Dave Transports, and Bingley Auto Trim. Who am I talking about? Naturally Keith Draper and Peter Duggan, car 58, ready to go racing. 6 Surfers Paradise standard cars, the left-hand side of the Albion and Cape Timer, ready for 10 grueling and exciting Speedway laps. Phil Ford, the track record holder, 3 minutes 24.66. In Classics, Paul Edgewood, 3 minutes 07.43, back in the green, waving as I speak, as we go racing and we get closer and closer during our special Sunday afternoon Speedway show to those highlight Speedway races. The Australasian Championship for 96-97 out here at Archerfield International Speedway, the Pacer Cracker. Whoa! Check the orange racer, putting Fiona Campbell onto the infield, the left-hand side of the Albion and Cape Timer, I would predict, effectively eliminating any possible chance of Fiona Campbell filling a major placing during the big feature race going across the start finish line. She's well and truly fired up down there on turns 1 and 2. Car number 35, talk about fired up. There's certainly plenty of firepower, plenty of go power in those 4 Classic Saloons going across the start finish line. Jeff Gordon, Peter Duggan. Looks like Peter Duggan trying what we've seen here from Darren Byrne, lifting that left-hand wheel high there, hoping for his quest for victory. During these 10 action-packed Speedway laps, so number 26 coming out of the top turns. Paul Richardson going to complete the hat-trick in car number 22, winning the first 2 heats. By the proverbial mile in this white Ford Cortina up there on the top turn, second placing. Looks like being car number, Daniel Moore. This would have to be one of his worst Speedway afternoons or Speedway events at Archerfield International Speedway, virtually demolishing the car during heat number 1. A wheel parting company with the racer during heat number 2, and the Golden Oldies, the Classic Saloons. Have they thrown caution to the wind? Well, I'm not too sure what's exactly gone wrong trackside, but we can say one thing very, very confidently indeed. I haven't seen that much action amongst Classic Saloons virtually the entire Speedway season. Jeff Gordon and Keith Draper certainly coming together in a big, big way on the start-finish line. Paul Richardson is here looking good in this white 22. Southport Motor Wreckers, car number 22, lighting up the Speedway circuit, the right-hand side of the start-finish line. Daniel Moore, car number 18 in second, and back in the third, the 34 racer down there on turns 1 and 2. Eric Campbell, talk about a commanding race lead in the Classic Saloon car division. Peter Duggan, car 55, in second place. I'm not too sure whether Peter Duggan's been lapped or he's just certainly found some more game power. Breathing firepower behind the FJ Hull, and Eric Campbell coming out of the 3-4 turns down the main straight.
That yellow holds in second place behind Campbell.
1 lap to go on the main swell away at number 26. Paul Richardson not doing anything wrong out there. Track backside, doesn't want to try and get through on the inside or the outside of those lap cars. He's just saying to himself, look, I want to take out the hat trick in Surfers Paradise Speedway Racing and certainly increase my points for the end of season point score. Paul Richardson coming out of turn number 4 for the last time. 3 starts, 3 wins, Surfers Paradise Standard Racing. The man of the moment, the Top Gun, car number 22, Paul Richardson first, 18, Daniel Moore for second, and car number 34, officially third in the Whoa Classic Saloon Car Division. Eric Campbell, car number 68 first. The yellow Peter Duggan for second. And Jeff Gordon, car number 62, officially third. All that remains, the winner's time on the Albion and Cape timer, 2 minutes 45.63. The winner's time, 2:45.63. 28, Stephen Love. Greg Marr, a scratching, car number 13. Bob Ware, Australia's widest Holden Tirana, car number 73. Darryl Nielsen, 92. Gary Stacey in 2. Shane Melbourne, car 53. The cast of the very fast Wingo Racing, and number 9, now. Down there on first 1 and 2. Darryl Nielsen, car number 92. Oh, Chris Stacey spinning the Holden Commodore coming out of the 3-4 turns down the main straight. Gold Coast. Tell you what, it hasn't been a happy afternoon, unfortunately, for Gary Stacey, debuting this brand new racer, car number 2. If presentation 1 races, I'll tell you what, we can say one thing confidently here in our race headquarters. Gary would be already picking up the checkered flag coming down the main straight. Shane 50, Kev Furlong 52, Neville Jones 36. Neville Jones and Kev Furlong coming out of turns 1 and 2. Darryl Nielsen certainly putting in the big ones, going up the next straight away. Darryl Nielsen, Bob Ware, and the Shane Melbourne racer. Shane Melbourne undoubtedly getting better and better, quicker and quicker. Turn number 2, goodness knows how many times, how many nights, how many days we've seen these 2 Top Guns having their own private dice coming out of the 3-4 turns down the main straight. This afternoon certainly no exception. A little blue and white Holland Tirana of Darryl Nielsen. He races his hard out. He knows the fastest, 2 of the best. Breathing fire and Redstone in 2nd and 3rd placing Bobby Ware for 1 moment. Coming for the Ross Prince car coming out of the 3-4 turns. Car number 4 going across the start finish line. David Sheehan running car number 4. Commodore on the back straight away. Darryl Nielsen's winning the 1 moment of one of the racers out there trackside, and he's having a rather quiet drive coming down the main straight. But Darryl Nielsen is saying not looking good to be another statement. Darryl Nielsen, Bobby Ware, and Shane Melbourne. They outdriven out the rest of the Surfers Paradise racers during heat number 1 in the modified division. Here we come, Speedway fans. Darryl Nielsen, white flag this time across the start finish line. Darryl Nielsen, Bobby Ware, running 1-2, hello for 1 moment. Darryl Nielsen off the room now. Bob Ware taking the race right up to Darryl Nielsen coming out of the bottom turns. Darryl Nielsen, Bob Ware. This one should be an absolute firecracker pass at Albion and Cape timer. Can Nielsen hang in or can it be Bob Ware? Car number 73, power down the lane straight. Darryl Nielsen, car number 92 first, 2nd placing Bob Ware, 73. And officially third going to the cheaper auto spares and Shane Melbourne. Speedway fans, electric like Speedway racing from the Surfers Paradise modified seat number 1. How about a big round of applause for him, Darryl Nielsen. Car duel well and truly raging between Darryl Nielsen, car number 92, Bob Ware, 73, Dave Sheehan, the Holden Commodore, car number 4, cheaper auto spares, Shane Melbourne sharing round number 1, Neville Jones, 36. And the brand new racer as usual looking $1 million, Gary Stacey. The Stacey family always pride themselves in car preparation out here at Archerfield Speedway, and Johnny Tischler in car 99. Shane Melbourne already powering around the outside of Darryl Nielsen down there on turns 1 and 2. Just wait till Darryl Nielsen gets the rubber band all wound up in this 92 Holden Tirana coming out of the 3-4 turns down the main straight. But I must say, a lightning like start from Shane Melbourne, car 53, certainly worried on the power coming out of turn number 2. Darryl Nielsen, the blue and white Holden Tirana, 2nd placing going up the back straight, and officially 3rd being held down by Bob Ware in car 73. Dave Sheehan as he played 4th place. Orchard is down to 2, 3, running hot going across the start finish line. Shane Milburn certainly looking good going past it up in Cape Side. Now on Ilse, the car number 92. And the 73 car of Bob Ware, where at one stage Bob Ware was virtually unbeatable in the modified division of the Gold Coast. The rest of the drivers are certainly up there. But in particular, Shane Milburn, car number 53, the cheap auto spares car, running red. Harry Stacey obviously dialing in the radio Holland Commodore. Thompson spare parts, car number 2. Johnny Dishman. The race leader, Shane Milburn, virtually idling going across the start finish line. I'd say he's nowhere extended going up the back straight. Shane Milburn, Darryl Nilsson, and Bobby Way. That's going to pick up the white flag this time down the lane straight. Signifying 1 lap to go in Surface Paradise. Oh, driver's side, rear side of the lane. Now the challengers coming thick and fast on the Shane Milburn car coming out of the 1-2 turns. The first man to realise he's got car problems being Darryl Nilsson, car number 92. That's certainly one hell of a shame for Shane Milburn, as far as I'm concerned. Had this second heat completely shot to pieces down to the start finish line. Darryl Nilsson, 2 starts, 2 wins. Car number 92 first. Bob Ware, the 73 racer for second, and officially third, the blue Commodore of Dave Sheehan. Car 4, Speedway fans, a whole new ball game, a whole new complex, but without any fear of contradiction. One of the unlucky drivers, certainly being Shane Milburn, had the race shot to pieces. Heat number 2, oh, wheel flying off the Johnny Tischler, car number 99. How much more can happen, or you wouldn't think much more could happen during one heat of Surface Paradise modified racing, but all others certainly going to 92. Darryl Nilsson, 2 starts, 2 wins. 73 Bob Ware for second, and car 4 Dave Sheehan third. The winning time on the Melbourne and Cape China, 1 minute 49.84. The winner's time 1:49.84. At this point in time, Stephen Love, a scratching car number 28.99. No, Johnny Tischler. Darryl Nilsson. Bob Ware, 73, Shane Milburn. Kev Furlong, car 52, Neville Jones, 36. Is this improved or?
Modified feature, and then the 4 cylinders.
Righto.
And then compact.
And then nothing.
500.
Then it's all over.
And then the best ones.
So did I. So did I. Is this still 10 fade? 6 cars. Okay, let's go racing. Darryl Nilsson, Bobby Ware, and Shane Milburn. A statement I made during this afternoon's earlier heats. The Shane Milburn car is getting quicker and quicker. Better and better going up the back straight. Unfortunately, looks like the wing of the race car is playing the sign for sale on car 53 coming out of the 3-4 turns. I must say, I hope that Shane Milburn will not be lost to the sport of Speedway racing. And Shane going on to something bigger and better in car 53. Dicing hard with Bob Ware coming out of turn number 2, going up the back straight without that unlucky infield excursion. Would have still been in second place in the cheaper auto spares car on the top. Oh, Shane Milburn! Up and over has he rolled the cheaper auto spares car. One of the most spectacular incidents during this afternoon's Speedway racing. Up on 2 wheels and certainly inverting the car in a big way up there on the top turns. Just hopefully everything's okay for the Gold Coast driver and passenger in car 53. Just seeing our St John's ambulance and Lipke towing going up to the hapless 53 cheaper auto spares. Jubilee Speedway fans, 9 laps remaining out of the Surface Paradise qualifier. Hello. 5 cars, let's go racing. Darryl Nilsson, Bob Ware, and Kev Furlong, full of firepower coming out of the 3 down the main straight. Darryl Nilsson also enters his very impressive list of Sunday afternoon Speedway victories. This afternoon's 10-lap modified Surface Paradise event going up the back straight. Darryl Nilsson and Bob Ware. This is virtually how they've ran since we entered about 1:30 this afternoon, the first heat of Surface Paradise Racing coming across the start finish line down on the outside. And Bob Ware sending Australia's widest. Oh, Gary Stacey. What went wrong? We can say one thing. What went wrong has gone wrong in the biggest way possible. The number 2 brand new Holland Commodore, one of the infielders high speed. Gary Stacey, well, something must have obviously broken in the steering department. Didn't look like stopping for one moment, the number 2 racer. Gary Stacey quickly looking at the car number 2. Two-car war raging. Hello, the driver's side rear tyre flat on the Bob Ware, car number 73. Only 2-3 cars remaining going up the back straight. Darryl Nielsen, Kev Furlong now in second placing, and Neville Jones, car number 36, already our white flag, which is certainly a wise move being displayed down the main straight. Darryl Nielsen, another race bidding, another very successful one for the 92 car. Darryl Nielsen, full of go power, coming out of turn number 2, the back straight away, the 3-4 turns left to go. Victory, moments away for Darryl Nielsen. Car number 92 out of the 3-4 turns, second placing, Kev Furlong, car 52. And officially third is it going to be when he completes the last race lap. Neville Jones, car 36. Speedway fans, the full lap time, 1 minute 33.67 the full lap time. 1 minute 33.67 the winner. Car number 92, Darryl Nielsen, 52. Kev Furlong second, and Nev Jones, car number 36. Officially third, your full lap time, 1 minute 33.67. And Alan Robinson in car 10.
I watched the news Wednesday night. Yeah. Faye's having a shower. I said, guess where it rained today, Faye? I don't know. Couldn't get a 3 millimetres. Oh, I couldn't believe it. Hey, last Sunday, coming home, left Kennedy, dries the boat. All the way up.
I went up the street later on doing the
Faye.
it was dry at the rail. The ship
You couldn't believe it, could you?
Made us rev, we are set, ready to go racing during event number 10, Surface Paradise in Brent, coming down the main straight. Can it be Phil Ford or can it be Alan Robinson, car number 10? Certainly these two drivers have picked up more than their fair share of wins and placings throughout the long summer season out here at Archerfield International Raceway. Phil Ford certainly put it on the power, going up the back straight, second placing being held down by Wayne Stacey, car number 3, coming out of the top turns. Dip and dive, slip and slow. Whoa, Tony Bregman. Almost having a bird's eye view of the concrete wall up there on the top tens. And Alan Robinson in car number 10, where normally Tony Brickman runs away and hides. In Surface Paradise in pre-production, there's certainly two people. Now Tony Brickman finding racing room, the right-hand side of the Albion, and Cat Tyler coming down the main straight. Ford and Wayne Stacey, a two-car wall, relatively raging during the first heat of Surface Paradise in pre-production Sedan car racing. Can we have the Tony Brickman Southside Toyota Holland Commodore joining in, going up the back straight. 3 cars full of fire and brimstone coming out of the top turns. Sizzling Speedway racing, which certainly Archerfield Speedway is renowned for. Phil Ford hang in. Tony Brickman about between second placing down there on turns 1 and 2. Certainly the grey Holland Commodore and the 19 car swapping paint coming out of turn number 2. Watch out, Phil Ford. Here he comes, the man of the moment. Tony Brickman, the Southside Ford, car number 19. Can Wayne Stacey possibly claim second placing on the start-finish line? To say there's not action every turn of the wheel would be an understatement between Phil Ford, car number 25, the 19 racer of Tony Brickman, and Wayne Stacey back in 4th place, Alan Robinson, car number 10. This is certainly champagne racing from the Surface Paradise in pre-production coming across the start-finish line. Can Tony Brickman dive through on the inside, but certainly Phil Ford using up all the Speedway circle on the main straight, the bottom turns left to go. The back straight away now was a big chance for Tony Brickman. Hooks the red Commodore to the outside. Can he dive down low past the Albion and Cape Timer? Phil Ford, he's certainly the John Bow of Speedway racing, using up all the Speedway track coming out of the top turns. Across the start finish line, heat number 1, car number 25. Phil Ford first, Tony Brickman, car number 19, one of the hardest chargers, Mr. Excitement himself, out here at Archerfield, and officially third, going to the grey Holden, car 3 of Wayne Stacey. Speedway fan guys pride themselves in car preparation, also door numbers and all the particular races, which makes it a lot easier for yours truly. And our lap scorer is up here in our race headquarters, Phil Ford. Green flag, components away. The 6-8 counter held by Chris Stacey at a good time, 1:53.78. It's certainly congested turns 1 and 2 for the first time. Many chances, plenty of coats of Dulux auto colour, and G-Plug being exchanged going up the main straight. Certainly Tony Brinkman powers the south side. Oh, have a look. Phil Ford right around. Thank you very much indeed. Phil Ford certainly put around in spectacular style up there on the top 10. I'm sure we'll see one car being sent rear afield in a couple of moments. Certainly a good save going to Lyle King, car number 79, throwing the motor car around there on the top turns. Rear afield coming down the main straight. Phil Ford saying yes, a good decision. Car number 25. Tony Brinkman, Wayne Stacey, Alan Robinson, yes, the 78 car being sent rear afield, Hans van der Rijken.
9 what? Into it.
Quick.
What? Hey, Faye, do a Peter says. Cancel arrest. Peter says cancel arrest.
Okay, certainly some hectic battles down there on turn number 2. Certainly motor cars every which way but loose going up the main straight. Have a look at the field of money-coloured rated racers. Past the left-hand side of the Darwin and Cape Timer. Making their way across the start. Oh, driver's side, rear side of fighting on the Alan Robinson car number 10. On running away, Alan Robinson was same snake line coming out of turn number 4. That certainly answered those questions. Unfortunately, Tony Brinkman. Oh, and Phil Ford. And I shall tear up the tail between Tony Brinkman and Phil Ford coming out of the 3-4 turns. These two drivers side by side going across the start finish line. Whoa! Talk about have your own private dice out there on the Speedway circuit. Phil Ford and Tony Brinkman. There's certainly been plenty of red and blue paint exchange during heat number 2 of Surface Paradise Speedway Racing. 2 beautifully handling race cars. The first 3 cars coming across the start finish line. Tony Brinkman, Phil Ford and Wayne Stacey, the silver Holden Commodore, car number 3 down a 3rd placing. Car number 78, Hans van der Rijken, 2 Holden Commodores, 1 Ford Cortina, battling hard during the closing stages. Event number 17, heat number 2 in pre-production Sedan car racing has that Brinkman car got some go power. The Southside Toyota, car number 19, carving out a nice line, working the back straight. Phil Ford and Wayne Stacey, 1, 2, 3, coming out of the top turns. 1 lap to go, but Tony Brinkman going across the start finish line. I tell you what, the checkered track suit, he's got all the good gear out there in the Holden Commodore car number 18. Tony Brinkman certainly pulling on the power, going up the back straight away. Tony Brinkman, a most decisive race victory about to happen across the start finish line. The Holden Commodore, car number 18 for 2nd place, 25, Phil Ford, and back to 3rd also a Commodore power. In the way of Wayne Stacey, car 3, Speedway fans, your placings during event number 17, Surface Paradise in pre-production Sedan car racing by a hell of a win. Oh, Phil Ford, and I shall tap up the tail for Tony Brinkman coming out of the top turns. Wow, there's obviously no love lost between those 2 drivers out there on the Speedway circuit. Wayne Stacey, Phil Ford, car number 79. Lyle Keane. And Tony Brinkman, can it be a Holden Commodore or can it be a Ford during the pre-production race? Certainly 2 Holden Commodores at this point in time, dictating the pace, dictating the tempo, coming out of the bottom turns. That's this Tony Brinkman, 19 racer. Got some grunt, which he's certainly displaying, going up the back straight, a fine Speedway star. Goodness knows how many nights of racing that we've seen Tony Brinkman reap the checkered flag. My prediction that I'm certainly no exception. In car number 19, running high, wide and handsome, coming out of the bottom turns. Wayne Stacey, a Commodore 1, 2, past the Albion and Cape Timer. For that matter, 3 Holdens in front of the Ford Cortina, car number 25 of Phil Ford. Alan Robinson, there's not much passing, just good hard fast racing during 10 laps of Surface Paradise Speedway action coming out of the top turns. Tony Brinkman, Wayne Stacey and Alan Robinson. How many times I mentioned those first 4 cars? closing quickly on number 3 Commodore of Wayne Stacey coming up past Nolan and Cape Timer. Almost coming through down there on turn number 2, almost executing a passing move, but sending the Wayne Stacey car, knowing every centimetre of this Archerfield Speedway. In fact, the car inside, there's only one way for Alan Robinson to go, and that's Power, this blue and white Surface Paradise racer around the outside bar, turning head and shoulders over the rest of the field at this point in time. Now the chance comes outside the Archerfield and Cape Timer. Who's going to come out of the 3-4-2 on top? Will it be Wayne Stacey? Or will it be Alan Robinson, car number 10? Certainly Wayne Stacey making his first mistake. That's the word to use, drifting higher on the 3-4 allowing Alan Robinson, the blue and white racer, to claim third, but there's no question mark who's going to win the feature race in the Surface Paradise improved production. Number 18, Tony Brickman first, second placing the number 10 car, Alan Robinson, and officially third going to Wayne Stacey in car 3. Speedway fans, your placings after the last Surface Paradise event. Tony Brickman and the sparkling red racer first, Alan Robinson car number 10 for second, Wayne Stacey car 3 officially third. The minutes time of the 12-minute game timer at 2 minutes 27.97. Ready to go racing, Speedway fans. Formula 500's lighting up our Sunday afternoon Archerfield Speedway. Jason Moy, Johnny Wilmot, Dave Fanning, Gary certainly a fine field. These little lightning light cars doing a brilliant job in Speedway racing. Coming out of the 3-4-2 for the first time. Many shoots are down the range straight away. Sections of Speedway racing. We want those numbers rather hard to see across the other side of the Speedway circuit. That car in second placing is certainly very, very impressive indeed. As you know, a lot of work in the direction of the Formula 500 racing. They look superb going up the back straight. Down the third one. A late nomination, Ray Mayfield, the Formula 500 division. And one of the Derby Shine, circulating in very, very quick times, Barcelona and Cape Timer. Jason Moy, Dave Fanning, and Ray Mayfield. Race order coming across the Derby Shine. Rear order, these guys are lightning quick back in the 4th place. Number 7 car, 24, Kenny Newton. And the number 3 here coming away of Russell Squirtle car, 43, a 2-car wall. Well, Johnny Lacey, one play, 6-time round during the first heat. On the flying Formula 500s coming to a passing move between Ray Mayfield and the 31. And the 94 car, Dave Fanning working the back straight, but there's no risk, there's no question mark who's taken out the first heat. One more lap to go, increasing that race lead, Jason Moy, down to the 6th. The third place driver, starting out Johnson, the lead, Ray Mayfield, car number 31 looks like pulling out down there on turn number 2. This now puts the Ken Newton 44 car into third place. Yellow lights being displayed trackside. I dare say we'll see our first heat being declared out there on the Speedway circuit. The first heat being declared. Speedway fans, race win. Going to car number 6, Jason Moy, third, second placing. John 94, Dave Fanning, and officially third would go to 44 of Ken Newton. Speedway fans, the first heat, the Formula 500s. How about a big round of applause, trackside, race win, Jason Moy. Put your hands together for the breadth of Australia, virtually every state represented by the Formula 500s. And we're certainly very proud and privileged to have him as one of our Speedway sections out here at Archerfield International Raceway. Ray Mayfield, Dave Fanning, Jason Moy, Gary Greentree, Johnny Wilmot, Ken Murray, Ken Newton, Gordon Paps. Firstly, the 31 car will enjoy fired up the Ray Mayfield racer. Down the outside. Kenny Murray down there on first 1 and 2 is the ranking racer. Ken Murray just trying it out for a new driver in the Formula 500 division, but up front, two-car war starting to rage during the halfway mark. Standing out Formula 500 is Clash Jamaica. The second up there. Oh, a wheel coming off the 31 car there on the 3-4 turns, bouncing high on the speedway circuit. Can that wheel get out of the way of the rest of the contenders here on the top 10? Parting company with Jason Moyo on the top 10. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I should say, Jason Moy having a great drive during the first 10, which I can't understand this one. The leader being sent rear of field. Dave Fanning, car number 94. No reason as to why that's happening coming up here to our race headquarters, so yours truly can pass it on to our Speedway fans. But a most unusual set of circumstances at this point in time. Data starts at 2 consecutive restarts, thanks to our Chief Steward. Passing all the news to you, our Speedway fans, as we go racing coming down the main straight. Running away and hiding down there on turns 1 and 2. Possibly the 94 car of Dave Fanning saying, well, look, quiet red the cuts out of the later. I've got no possible chance of putting a major placing starting rear of field. And the number 26 car set third placing going up the back straight, Gordon Pamps. The many, many times in the Formula 500 edition, certainly Gordon Pamps proving a man of eight. This afternoon, his quietest drives. Doing about number 20, round about the halfway mark. Doing our high-powered Sunday afternoon Archerfield Speedway show for the Australasian Championship. One at the gate is number 24, Kenny Newton, the black beauty out of the Sunshine Coast. Whoa, Gary Greentree. Almost working out 1, 2 cars coming across the start finish line. Russell Scruggle and Gary Greentree talk about exchange tires down there on the bottom turns. Race win 44, Kenny Newton first, who's going to take second and third. The 26 car, that's the second and officially third. Virtually 2 cars going across the start finish line. I'd give it to Gary Greentree in car 11. Speedway fans, we've finally found first, second and third. Another heat win going to the 44 Sunshine Coast. Racer of Ken Newton working the back straight. Almost set, ready to go racing at number 27, heat number 3, green flag down the main straight. Eyes on this black 44 car down there on turns 1 and 2. The boy is especially running away and hiding during the earlier heat race. Certainly can't see no change in that format. During tonight's feature race, going up the back straight, second placing, Russell Scruggle coming out of the 3-4 turns. As they say, certainly getting better and better, quicker and quicker. These all Formula 500s nothing short of brilliant. Russell Scruggle and Dave Fanning certainly putting in the big ones. Car number 94, Dave Fanning looking for inside around. Oh, Russell Scruggle just giving the start of the road. Couple of the challenges coming thick and fast out of turn number 2, working the back straight, 26 car of Gordon Pamps, our track record. Oh, the wild lightning like time, 1 minute 33. Rio across the start finish line. And drive. Second, third, and fourth placing. Explosive Speedway racers pass it up in Cape Tyler, Russell Scruggle, Gordon Pamps, Dave Fanning, Dr. Ray Mayfield, my 2 teammates running at about 5th and 6th place. And that is to try and pick up and pass this flying Sunshine Coast racer. Ken Newton coming out of turn number 4, the son of Max Newton, certainly well known in solid car racing. That familiar car number 35. Yes, Johnny Holland. So Kenny Newton looking good. I would suggest get your Sunday afternoon Speedway trackwear, fire after ready, and jump down the lane. Kenny Newton full of fire and brimstone out of turn number 4, chicken flag. Across the start finish line, heat number 3, Ken Newton, race winner, Russell Scruggle, 43 for second, and car number 6, Jason Moy, officially sold once again, a high-powered affair of Archerfield Speedway racing. Speedway fans, give him a big round of applause. 3 starts, 3 wins. Kenny Newton, car number 44 first. Red, moments away from the start, coming down the main straight. All our Speedway fans filling out your Sunday afternoon race program. The Formula 500 feature.
missile. Russell Screw and Gordon Laps. Gordon Laps is going unfortunately quite off the pace during this afternoon's racing. I would pass it with Jason Moyle looking good for this 10-lap Formula 500 feature race, second placing. Quickly in the pick of this number 6 later. Unfortunately, no design up here in our racing quarters. We're very, very interesting indeed to see how close we could have gone to our track record. Thanks to Jason Moy, this number 6 later. That's left to go. Jason Moy can you. Russell Screw with the ball. And Gordon Laps coming to 26th, but my prediction is all over Lana shouting to Formula 500. In that feature race, number 6 racer, Jason Moy. Distance of that 1-2-3 combination. This is a ripper time, 2 minutes 44. The placings, Canada 6, Jason Moy first. Ken Newton, Canada 44 for second, and 49. Ken Murray, officially third. Speedway fans, the winner's time on the Belfield and Cape Timer, 2 minutes 44.31. The winner's time, 2:44.31. The winner, Canada 6, Jason Moy first, Ken Newton 44 second, and Ken Murray, Canada 49, filling third. The winner's time, it's a quick 10 laps of 2 minutes 44.31. Sterling, car number 47, the Sterling name goes back a long way with yours truly. His dad Alf, being a great competitor out here at Archerfield International Raceway. Jim's time round driving the Compact Speedcars from Sterling's excavation, car number 47. Darren Dillon, Darren Vine, certainly ninth production, the Australian champion, moving around the 1-2 turn, certainly a great colour spread in the current issue of Speedway Racing News. Of Darren Vine, certainly a great souvenir edition for all of our Speedway fans, buying all the latest magazines available right down the eastern seaboard of Australia. Almost set, ready to go racing. Compact Speedcars, scene no one, they've got 8-9 cars coming out of the top 10. Frank Cox, car number 19, second placing. Jimmy Sterling, car number 47, around the outside. Robin Hilda, car number 3, a straight number 8 earlier on. Certainly this number 3 car got plenty of grunt in the Compact Speedcar division. Darren Vine riding the high line, coming out of the top 10. They're actually right across the Speedway circle. Across the start finish line. Frank Cox in the race down there on turns 1 and 2. The yellow lights, yellow flags being displayed trackside during event number 16. The Compact Speedcars heat number 1. Complete restart. Jimmy Sterling 47, Robin Hilda, car number 3, the Langdon Sport Air record. We've finally got heat number 1 underway, coming out of the top 2, down the main straight. Down the blast around the outside of Paul Mania, coming out of turn number 2, the 2 cars virtually side by side, going up the back straight, the Australian champion. Have a look at the driving style, have a look at the driving skill, and left-hand wheel right there. They are right car. Out of turn number 4, some car out of New South Wales, car number 16. The Darren Dillon car, the 1-2 combination, working the back straight. Come back through the field with the big cars. The likes of Bulgaria and turning the pace, coming up the back straight. Darren Vine in the race lead, the line 9 today. Darren Racer coming across the start finish line. Some very, very quick laps. In
This one's certainly proving a real headache to try and determine first, second and third. Maybe it's a Sunday afternoon sunshine. Something 98763. 3 to go. Compact Speedcars once again. Down the lane straight there. Very spectacular driving style of Darren Vine down there on the 1-2 turns. Likes that left-hand wheel high in the air, and he's crested victory during the first heat of Compact Speedcar racing across the straight. Race order, Darren Vine, Darren Dillon, the two Darrens, running first and second. Bobby James, or was it Frank Cox? These riders in different cars during this afternoon's racing. We'll say it's Frank Cox sitting in third place in car number 19, coming out of the 3-4 teams. We should see our white flag being displayed. Oh, don't tell me. I think we'll see heat number 1 being declared out there trackside in a couple of moments. Peter, is the race being declared, and we're going to have restart number 4 of the Compact Speedcars. 3 to go or 2? Peter? 9. Australia won first, 16 for second. Darren Dillon, and officially third in car number 19, Frank Cox. All our Speedway fans filling out your special Sunday afternoon Archerfield Speedway program. The placings during heat number 1, certainly a few hiccups. A few of the drivers having Sunday afternoon commitments after all the rain here last night. But I'm sure our Compact Speedcars will once again become one of the leading sections during 97-98 for our high-powered summer season out here at Archerfield Raceway. Racing doing that right now. Coming out of the main struggle, a two-car war raging down there on that side. Paul Cox coming out of turn number 2, and also Robin Hilder in the number 3 racer going up the back straight. Talk about wheel to wheel, spirit and driving. The two drivers side by side, almost across the start finish line. Robin Hilder is going to be around the race winner in car number 3's last drive during this afternoon's racing. In the Compact Speedcar, car number 3, Paul Barnier in number 8 in second place, and the Australian champion about to dive on the 1-2 combination on the top turns and 8 straight away, virtually 3 cars. Line for the race lead, Robin Hilder a good 6-8, back at 10 car lengths, separating first and second. Have a look at that spectacular driving style coming from Darren Vine, that left-hand wheel. We can say one thing confidently, he certainly wouldn't wear out that left-hand front tyre during a Speedway season. It's off the ground, more times than on the ground, the Australian champion. Chasing hard between the Langdon's records. Car number 3, Robin Hill, that 2-car war outside the Dolphin and Kate Tyler. Make it no war. The Australian champion just gets a high line. Turbo-powered racer, a bit more squirt coming out of turn number 4, down the main straight. Darren Vine, once again, my prediction will take our special Sunday afternoon Speedway show by storm. The 3 heats this afternoon's feature race, the Australian champion drives away to the distance coming out of turn number 4. Oh, Darren Vine, one of the very few mistakes in the Compact Speedcar division. Saying yes, at least I'll win a heat, looking straight down the gun barrel of a feature race victory during this afternoon's racing. Robin Hilder, Darren Vine, third placing the whites, car number 8, Paul Barnier is coming out of turn number 2 as I speak. The chicken flag, heat number 2, Robin Hilder, car number 3 first, second, the Australian champion Darren Vine, who's going to fill third, Paul Barnier in car 8. Speedway fans, don't get confused with the brand new track record. Only 6 laps on the Melbourne and Cape Timer event number 19, the Compact Speedcars, heat number 2, race win. Have a big round of applause for him. Send him on his way, Robin Hilder. Car number 3 first, second across the start finish line, the Australian champion Darren Vine, and rounding out the top 3 in car 8, Paul Barnier, the winner's time, 6 laps on the Melbourne and Cape Timer, 1 minute 43.24 your 6-lap time. Woods driving car number 7. Only 7 cars going to be across the start finish line. Almost set, ready to go racing. Just asking for the official start signal from Peter Lay, our chief steward up here in our race headquarters. 8 laps, green flag wave in action. Have a look at Darren Dillon, certainly a lightning light move around the outside of the 2 Shell and Helix cars coming out of turn number 2. Darren Dillon certainly on all-time high going up the back straight, following through. Robin Hilder on the Langdon's Auto Records, car number 3, and the Australian champion coming across the start finish line. I love watching that driving style of Darren Vine, the left-hand wheel high in the air. He's quest for victory past the Melbourne and Cape Timer. No doubt Darren Dillon putting on a catch me if you can drive, coming out of the 3-4 turns down the main straight. Frank Cox, car number 19, in second placing, Robin Hilder running in third.
our feature race for the Compact Speedcars being declared out there trackside. Well, he's finally picked up number one. Feature race winner, Speedway fans, Darren Dillon, car number 16 first. Darren Vine, Australia won for second, and Robin Hilda in his farewell drive, driving car number 3, officially third. No time due to the race being declared, but your placings, race fans, a Compact Speedcar feature. The ex-New South Wales car of Tony Abson, now in the very capable hands of Darren Dillon. Picking up the checker, put your hands together for him, race fans. A top drive, Darren Dillon. Come on, give him a big cheer out of the 3-4 turns. The boy deserves it. Darren Dillon, car number 16 first. Second placing, Australia won Darren Vine, and third across the strike to Robin Hilda in car 3. Looks like either our Formula 500s or our Surface Paradise out down the main straight. Okay, green flag this time. Let's go racing. The Compact Speedcars. Darren Vine, you'll want to go from the sculler to not avoid the black flag this time. When they want that left-hand wheel, can he get past the 19 car? Yes, so Frank Cox going up the main straight. Darren Vine is getting through on the inside of car number 18, coming across the start finish line. Can be Bob James bring the last compact in for a 97 and a 96, 97 Archerfield Speedway season. Look at the front wheels of car number 18. Car number 19, Frank Cox is starting, watching the black flag coming across the start finish line. Who's it going to be next time round? Car number 18, we might turn the record very, very shortly. Darren Vine trying to beat his way through the pack down there on turns 1 and 2 by the James. Certainly putting in one hell of a drive. And there's Shell Helix. Car number 49 going up the main straight. Flag, car number 86 till 5, very, very competitive compacts down there on turns 1 and 2. Darren Vine already in third placing, coming out of the top turns. Almighty, car number 8 being shown the black flag, going across the start finish line, 3 fallout Shimani. During the Compact Speedcars, now Darren Vine to start up the outside of Robin Hilda, going past the 12-metre gate timer. By himself this time round, reversing backwards down the main straight. Bobby James and Darren Vine Robin Hilda this time. Can it be Bob James or can it be Darren Vine taking out the Compact Speedcar black flag race? Bob James full of firepower. Hello, looks like the Darren Vine car, one of the most reliable Compact Speedcars. He's going nowhere on the back straight. It's obviously a race win. Going to Bob James, car number 45, first placing in the Compact Speedcar black flag event race win from Shell Helix, car number 45, and Bob James. Well, Speedway fans, a race they all talk about throughout the Speedway season for the Archerfield officials. Is it going to be a wild and woolly affair? We have very good car number 74, Frank Wallace, 531, Melanie double. Sunday afternoon.